What's the DC of grabbing it, shooting another arrow coming at you?
There's no DC for grabbing it out of the air. It's just if it misses me.
Oh.
And then if I'm
My
in my
cantrips all
archer
heighten, don't
stance and
they?
wielding a bow,
Yep.
I just get to put it in the bow and return fire. I get a
Like you get a free shot?
I gotta immediately make a free ranged bow strike, firing the arrow you deflected from your own bow.
It's like that.
I attacked.
Wait, how
Broken.
come that didn't? How come that didn't upcast?
I'm currently throwing something away, so I'll be there in a quick moment. Let's see.
I have it set to level 2.
Level 3.
Oh,
Yeah, every odd level they will scale up.
which is
Heard.
agitating
We were in a
because
fight.
all the freaking like spell effects say when they're heightened to 3rd level, which means actually level 5.
Yep. 3rd level spell. Yeah. But the bite gets a +2, right?
How many action points is sustain? Like,
Just one,
sustain
unless it
just
specifically
one.
calls out something unusual.
Okay, so if I'm reading this right, something like animated assault works with the new Mac as if you take the expanded or the expanded spells thing, and in a burst area for 10 feet, it deals 2d10 bludgeoning on reflex, and then an additional 1d10 bludgeoning to sustain it. Neat. How long can you sustain it for? Oh, sustained up to a minute. Okay.
Yep, it'll say. I'm lost. Mm-hmm.
How long does persistent effects last?
Persistent damage?
Yeah.
So that's like, if they don't do anything special about it, at the end of each of their turns, they roll a d20, and it's either on a 15 or a 16, I forget which, or higher, it stops, otherwise it keeps going. And they can spend actions to lower that DC to either 10 or 11. I always forget if it's increments of 5 or increments of 25%.
I
But
see.
it's one of those two numbers on each side.
Blood Vendetta seems pretty damn cool.
Oh, is that the one where they cut you and then you just bleed them for it?
Yes. If a creature deals piercing, slashing, or persistent bleed damage to you, and another requirement is that you can bleed, then as a reaction, I can verbally curse them, punishing them for having the audacity to spill my blood, and the target takes 2d6 persistent bleed damage and must attempt a will save.
The way that it's written is quite possibly one of the most like pretentious sounding descriptions of a spell I've heard. like I'm not mad that you stabbed me, but how dare you? My blood is outside now. Die. Yes,
No one.
exactly. Is 6 from armor and the dex, another 5 from level and trained, and then -1 from rage. 20. Sounds right to me.
I feel that. I'm not.
No, I've closed it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put AC 15/16/17/18.
Just ask. Alright. Have you already made the edit? I'm gonna change the averages at this point. Quick reference. What is signature formula? Right. Okay. So what's a moderate get over the basic one again? Is it just +1 AC, or is it do more than that? Gotcha. Okay. Mhm. Are we good to go, or is anyone still plugging along and stuff?
I'm good to go. I'll just like be slightly distracted going through level 2 spells.
Uh, does anyone want to start us off with a recap of where we left off 2 weeks ago? What you did and what you're doing?
Marvelash. Mhm.
Way, even though my character wasn't super happy about that, but we'll deal with it. My Gerrit didn't
Let
really.
others' honor be their own honor.
Yeah. Gerrit doesn't really get that, but respected our decision to let him go die a fool's death. So we let him go to die a fool's death on his own, and then we then explored this area, which we have not fully explored yet, according to this text right here.
I'm really
But
glad we put that there.
but we found a group of, I believe they were gold-colored kobolds that we bronze that we encountered and fought and killed a couple of them and sent a couple of them kind of running off into the hills. And then there was one left whose name I didn't actually get. Noctu.
And he imprinted on you.
Who imprinted on Hack, and now we're going on a journey potentially to clear out some more kobolds / get some more kobolds to work for us, basically.
I believe
And
we were generally like on our way back to Oleg's as kind of like a hey, let's hit the places on the way back towards Oleg's
yeah,
first and see how that goes. And then that's when we ran into the kobold situation. And
yeah,
we had a bit of an argument over what to do about them, but then they kind of answered our arguments for us and said, hey, if you just go beat them up and then you don't have to kill them, just go beat them up, then you'll be new king.
yeah.
And then you will be the strongest in the land.
And now we have a journey to go be the strongest in the land. I forget bronze, kobold. And he mentioned that they were like kind of scattered wanderers, but they had like an area that they liked, right? Like I know they like the moon radishes.
Yeah, you from your talk with him, you basically got the feeling that they're sort of like semi-nomadic, but that
Okay.
is definitely their main source of like common area is at the moon radishes.
Okay. So it'll probably be like a stake out at the moon radishes and threaten any kobolds who show up for a little bit until we reach herd immunity.
Wait.
And then that was, for the most part, it. We encountered a couple of bandits in, I think it was in this square? It was in one of these squares where we encountered a couple bandits, and they were like, yeah, like, things have been real fine. Like, we don't really go to the north, but currently, because there's, like, some crazy shit. I think that's who we learned the boar demon was from.
Yo, those were the fishermen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so we had talked to some bandits. They had some like kind of general information that they gave us. They were relatively chill, and they worked for Cirlo. So we were like, "All right, have a nice day. Don't kill any old ladies." And then they were like, "What do you mean, don't kill any old ladies? That's awful suspicious of you, fellow bandit." And then we were like, "Haha, yeah, bye."
Also, they were fishermen, not fishmen. Important distinction as a fellow fishman.
And fishermen.
And by proxy, fishermen.
But yeah, that was pretty much all. That was all that my scatterbrain has. Not sure if I have
That's
any.
all I had.
That seems like a pretty good recap. I don't.
We
have
actually
anything
covered a
significant
lot.
beyond that.
We did do a lot last time.
So, I believe we left off basically like moments after the kobold battle and conversation, but you've yet to actually move on from the scene or go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I want to say Noctu was like, yeah, follow me this way. I will take you to the rest of to the big one. I don't know if that's accurate.
I don't recall that. From my recollection, he was basically like, he knows this is the area, like this is the land that they dwell in, but he does not know like that's where he's gonna be at 7:45 tomorrow. He doesn't have that.
Think we might be keeping Noctu with us in case we encounter Big Boss Kobold, so that he can be like, "Hey, that's the Big Boss Kobold."
So, are you planning on resuming your travels? I believe you were headed to Oleg's before Noctu and others.
Yeah, do we want to
Said
stop at
hello.
Oleg's? Stop at Oleg's first, or do we want to head straight to the Moonradish pasture?
We also haven't fully explored this hex.
I also need to heal before we get into any fights.
As a potential, and I can certainly help you with the healing bits. I'm not sure. What are we feeling? Like maybe we explore this hex, hit. I mean, I guess probably if we go back to Oleg's, we might be looking to like spend a little bit of downtime there. So we maybe like explore this hex and then head down to the moon radishes.
I'm definitely more in favor of finishing exploring the hex and also dealing with the kobold stuff as we can first before heading back to Oleg's.
That seems like a good idea. Let's first things first, get our buddy Fives healed up, and then get moving.
I am also at 16 HP out of 44.
Given that you've got time, you're in no rush. You can spend a few hours. You don't need to make the rolls. You have the medical expertise to just be able to heal them up.
I do it a lot faster now too because I crit all the time.
Indeed.
Nice.
Okay. One quick second. Something has escaped my knowledge.
Full health. Come at me now.
I don't know how you could play this game without either a medicine or a divine healer.
I feel like it would be tough.
My gut feeling is that it is just like, in most ways, just like written under the assumption that you will have one of those.
Fair.
We'd be playing a very different game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I currently, on a 7 and up, I critically heal. And then everything, I think, all the way down, unless I roll a 1, I don't crit fail. I only critically heal or fail, and then like the 1 in 20 chance.
Is Robert still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Your camera's off and you've been quiet.
Oh, you have to click back
No
into the
camera,
tab.
not
He
on.
turned his camera on.
What? Why does that always happen to me?
And I have found the piece I was waiting on. You are able to continue in whichever way you end up deciding you want to go.
Yeah, I think that finishing exploring this hex, and then tomorrow / maybe even the next day, because I don't know how far into the afternoon we are currently, but we're gonna head over to the moon radishes to stake them out.
Something that becomes clearly apparent over the next few hours as you travel, occasionally set up like not full camp, but just get off the horses to rest for a bit and such. Noctu seems to thoroughly dedicate himself to preparing things for Hack / Gerrit. Just get it whenever you are trying to fetch something. He immediately offers to grab it for you, offering to carry your pack whenever you're not mounted.
I think that
Wow.
as things calm down and kind of Gerrit like makes his way back to the surface, he's definitely like a little bit put off at the first, but then like probably realizes the like lab assistant potential pretty quickly and is like, you know what? Actually, you can go get this thing for me.
He also refers to you as Hack.
That is a point of mild irritation currently. Gerrit like probably isn't. He's not mad enough to like correct him yet because he's still like trying to get a feel for the situation, but is definitely like hard grimaces every time he gets called hack.
The grimace has no bearing on the kobold if he even is aware of it.
I would like to go up to Gerrit and be like, "Wow, you've got him pretty well trained."
You know, I mean, hilariously, I've heard of kobolds actually being pretty adept at alchemy before. I wonder if we'll actually encounter one who knows a little bit more, or has a little bit more drive on the creative side.
Are you about to form your own little kobold assembly line?
Kobold
I need another spell over here. I need another bomb over
coalition of kobold potion makers.
here.
You could train him.
I could train him. How do you feel about that? Whatever your name is, Noctu.
Whatever you wish me to learn, I will learn, Hack.
Maybe.
I'd be like,
maybe he can be taught.
I am a good learner. In Draconic.
Continue on with the exploration.
The rest of the afternoon and evening goes without further incident. As you are preparing to make camp, do you in any way alter your watch situation, given that you have an accompanying member?
I don't think so. I think I probably just take watch with him. Just bring him along on my watch for right now.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna make any changes.
And especially while you're actually set up camped and such, he immediately rushes to do any of the duties that he sees Gerrit doing himself. Chopping firewood, putting out tents, and things like that.
Gerrit accepts the help, but is also mindful and careful not to like lay back and let the kobold do all the work too much. He's still there's a combination of like him trying to be mindful for Wave and also him like being mildly a control freak and like having to make sure that like the tent gets put up the correct direction.
Other than even with that, I suppose, nothing of major significance happens during the night, and you are able to wake up rested and recovered the next day. Continuing your explorations for another few hours takes you the better part of the morning, bringing you to about noon by the time you've mapped out this area. You have successfully explored it.
Ta-da!
Nice. And Oh, that's weird. Just fun fact, in Roll20, if you select a numeric box and scroll, it will do that. It just does that. It'll scroll whatever number you're that's okay. I don't like that. That's gross.
I am now level 40.
Oh no.
No way.
Okay. So I got
I believe Robert may be the controller of the text. I have no ability to delete it.
a text. Oh, that text. I do not know.
Yeah, I can
2,
use my mod abuse
3.
privileges.
Abuse.
4. I have one more that I can make now. Man, I'm just like rolling in potions this morning. I need you to know this whole assistant thing is working out great.
Nice.
Gerrit is practically rattling.
What is your potentially sentient snake blob think of the new edition?
It probably like how would Adipose react to Gerrit? Because Adipose is actively like functions as a lab assistant most of the time. So I think that Adipose is probably a little bit more on the sassy side and like trying like having like mild competitions of like, no, I'm gonna carry this potion across the room instead of you sort of thing.
Okay.
Guess
As a note, it's clear that Noctu views how do you say it again?
Adipose, yeah.
Adipose with like a fascination, but clearly doesn't really view him separately from Gerrit. It's not like this is interesting and this is a cool thing. It's like, look how amazing Gerrit is. He has this thing that he owns that serves him. He is amazing. That it's clear that that is the general tone of Noctu.
Hack is so smart.
Hack is so great. Oh no. I actually have
So our exploration of this area reveals that it is mostly just forest and plains.
Yep. You do not find a significant source of water.
Or landmarks or anything like that.
Mhm.
All right.
It still seems to be largely in the semi-brevoy territory.
Mm-hmm.
But you are able to continue wherever you would like.
To the moon radishes.
Hashtag to the moon.
I gotta
hashtag
get
to
me
the
them
moon.
radishes.
Speaking of which,
As you are riding into the forest, you spot something in the trees out ahead. What looks to be a wolf, but of absolutely massive size, perhaps standing 8 feet tall, 15, 16 feet long. Though, as it sees you, it turns, dashing back into the forest, and is immediately out of sight.
holy,
So what?
that is a very, very large wolf. Did it seem just like a completely wolf-like, like it didn't have any
It in every way looked like a wolf, it just was bigger.
there.
Did it make noise that would be associated with a creature of that size?
You were far enough away that you wouldn't have really heard standard movement.
Oh,
But
this is not
it
like
didn't.
right in front of us.
No, this is like you're in the plains. You see the forest out ahead. You see this creature take like a half step out of the forest. You look at it. It looks at you. It turns back and is gone.
That seems fairly dangerous. This is like kind of as we're in the Moonradish area, or
This is just entering the forest, sort of
okay.
like at this barrier.
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah. Are we
we
staying
wanna-
singularly minded, or are we going hunting?
I say we continue on, and just beware.
It certainly puts a more dangerous look on the area.
But we can't really just let unknown wolf roam free. We're supposed to clear these lands out.
I
I
think
wonder-
that maybe if the wolf bares its fangs, we can reassess.
We can run.
We can run or reassess.
I have two thoughts. One, what would such a large creature eat in this forest? And two, how have we not heard of such a thing from any of the locals?
It may be the boar just wandered past where it's usually at. Was it clearly a wolf, or could we have mistaken it as a boar?
It looked like a wolf, but it
Hmm.
was a good distance. You'd be surprised if you mistook it, but it's not
Okay.
beyond possibility.
I just wonder if it leaves people enough alone for it not to be part of their stories.
Hmm.
We certainly don't need to clear out every natural inhabitant of the forest. As long as it isn't hunting our hunters, then there's
Agreed.
no major problem.
All right then.
Continuing to the moon radishes.
Moon radishes.
The rest of your travel through the forest goes without incident, taking you until nightfall. You're at the point where you normally sort of camp your horses before you arrive, though you're close enough there that if you wish to push on to camp at the moon radishes themselves, you could do so without too much trouble. Which do you do?
I'm not sure. How do we want to approach this? Do we want to like set up at the moon radishes and just like stop kobolds as they're coming in, or
Maybe it'd be better to hide out for a little bit and wait for them to intoxicate themselves.
potentially?
I don't know the answer to this, Gerrit. I think this is something of yours to lead on.
Hmm. I feel it would certainly be safer for us to wait for them to knock themselves out. However, there's something that tells me maybe they wouldn't respect that quite as much as a show of strength. Maybe
Mind is the strongest muscle.
to show our confidence and dominance, we just set up camp right on the moon radishes and take the fights as they come.
Seems good.
Very
Like
well.
a good enough plan to me.
All right.
Alright, so pushing forward through the night until you arrive.
Yeah.
Not too much later, you ride all the rest of the way, arriving at the large clearing, moonlight and starlight shining down and illuminating faintly, as you see that the patch of moon radishes currently seems to be empty. Of creatures, that is. The radishes are still there.
No radishes. Okay. I think we're probably. I don't really have any trap setting capabilities per se. So I think that we're loading up, like tying the horses to a nearby tree and setting up with like somewhat alert and weapons ready.
I haven't. Nah, I don't think we want to use it. Never mind.
Okay. One quick moment. You set up establishing watches as you have been before bedding down for the rest of the night. And waking up to a fine sunny morning, the rain has finally stopped. Nothing has disturbed you during the night.
Okay. I my guess is we're just kind of waiting through the day. We're just kind of hanging out, keeping ourselves busy as we would normally do, and waiting. We're waiting for the kobolds to come to us.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sitting up in a tree working on my book.
I'll ask Nuktu if he knows to alert his friends.
Asking through Gerrit,
Yeah.
as he does not
Alright.
speak common.
Yeah, I'll use if Jury's willing to translate.
Happily.
He seems a little confused by your question for just saying, call to them.
Yeah. How do you meet with them? Do you just wait?
Yes. They arrive when arrive.
What about your family?
Noctu has left family. New family.
Okay.
Seems like
I don't think I pressed them more on it.
This is the most centralized spot that we know. Should be fine.
From the how good of an eye line do I have from the tree? Is it like an open area where I can see like across the Moonradish Grove from my tree, or is it like I can't see anything from up there besides what's directly below me?
You'd be able to find one that can see over the moon radishes.
Okay. I want to be up there to try and see if I can see anybody coming at all. Like just post it out there as like a sentry.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So just to be 100% clear, your plan is just to wait there until something happens, basically.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
Solid strategy.
Give me one quick moment.
Oh. Maybe at some point, if it takes too long, I can do some sparring with Hack.
He would be happy to.
We may be in a fight. We can't afford to have anybody injured.
At some point, Waves makes note of the fact that something about watching how the kobolds moved on land, then their legs and physical structure being more
How does that even
strange than that of other humans made him realize how to walk on land better, and he's kind of got the hang of things now. He thinks
Nice.
humans just all these surface dwellers just walk so weirdly.
All in the knees.
I am moving you maps now.
Let's go.
Ooh.
So imagine that sort of like let me switch tools. This like clearing area right here, this is about where the moon radishes are. Just
Cool.
sort of stretched out across this area. The breaks in the trees are less road-like than they might appear on this map, but it is a decent approximation of just natural lines throughout the forest.
Sense.
Also, disregard the cave in the corner. That is not present.
Okay. I was like, suspicious cave near kobold moon radishes? Okay, that makes sense.
But you may position yourself as you would be just throughout the day. You're aware, but not on like ultra high alert at every moment.
Actually, I think this tree provides better coverage. Better eyesight, sight lines.
Gerrit is intentionally loud and proud in the center of the square.
Noctu remains directly next to you.
Little buddy.
Everyone toss out a perception check.
Love to.
No.
Perceive.
3 powers activate. Oh god, the tree
Woo!
failed me.
Let's go.
I have no skill in nature.
I should take proficiency in
We need somebody to take some
Perception.
nature.
I have nature.
not nature.
Oh, you did? You took nature?
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
thank
nature.
goodness.
All right. Wave and Kalat. You are the only two to spot a figure slinking up through the trees. Over here.
Winky.
There seems to be another bronze-scaled kobold carrying a rather large crossbow. It's definitely moving slowly, taking precautions not to be seen. And it is approaching.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does it look like it would be reasonable at all to like sneak up behind this kobold with a crossbow and like try and grab the crossbow out of his hand from behind him?
It is plausible, but definitely not a safe, guaranteed
Yeah.
outcome.
But like
But yes,
physically
it is.
the distance would be possible before he reached.
Yes.
Okay.
He's moving quite slowly, trying to be careful.
Do we have any like hand signals at this point to be like, yo, be alert?
I am sure you would at least have the basics, but unless you're specifically trying to work out a full system, you probably couldn't communicate much more than basic ideas. But it'd be an easy communication of like one that way.
I just want
I don't understand what you said. We haven't worked this out yet.
I want like complete basic, just like, hey everybody alert, there's a thing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And then I start sneaky.
Okay.
Um,
Kalat,
I would-
any reaction for you?
yeah, I'd probably move up using Terrain Stalker.
Remind me, that one's you've chosen undergrowth for that, or underbrush, or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The others of you, though you can clearly like see the direction that the others you have gestured to, still don't actually spot what they are seeing.
Okay.
So, Gerrit, are you moving at all, or are you remaining like clearly there, right in the center?
Remaining clearly here, right in the center, for sure.
Wave. So your plan is to sneak up around behind the kobold.
Yes.
It will likely be able to see the clearing before you'd get there, unless you're going at a faster speed that could risk your stealth. It's still possible, but it will be harder to do than since it basically it'll see the clearing before it reaches it.
Okay, it can't currently see it?
It doesn't seem to spot you yet. You basically saw it in like one brief moment as it moved from a brush to another.
I will, I guess, try to move faster then.
Give me a stealth check. You will have a -2.
Okay.
Already.
What's your base speed currently?
35.
With that base speed, your slowed pace is still fast enough to reach it. You do not have the penalty.
Okay.
Nice. He's fast as fuck, boy.
But you know, sometimes you roll well and sometimes
Wait, what
you
happened?
don't.
I didn't see it.
Oh, do you want me to? I can do it again for you real quick.
Oh, there it is.
So it slinks up to about here, and you make it up about 30 feet before, as you're trying to loop around it, just the earth beneath you gives way slightly, and your foot slams down into a hole that was covered only by a couple leaves over a branch. No damage or anything, but it certainly made a crack as you see the kobold immediately dart its attention over towards you, crossbow raised. It clearly has spotted you.
No, it hasn't. It's just looking at the noise.
I'll raise my hands up.
Crossbow still pointed at you. It just begins moving backwards.
As it moves backwards, I slowly move forwards.
It breaks into a run. Backwards.
I break into a run chasing it then.
All right. Quick note on everyone else. Sprints are easy to see. This is everyone can see both parties involved. They are running for it. There's a chase happening. What do the other three of you do?
How far had I made it with Terrain Stalker before?
I'm sorry, that
happens?
totally slipped my mind that you were doing that.
Mhm.
You'd have made it up to about the same pace. So let's see. Wave, you have not yet moved. You have about 30 feet of distance, like in your sneaking up process. And Kalat, you'd be able to make it to about where Wave was. So like around here-ish.
I think I would, once he runs, I'd come out of the tree and start moving towards supporting these guys.
Mhm.
You will attempt to chase Gerrit?
Yeah, I'll also chase.
I will remain hidden, as Quick Boy I think is going to outspeed the kobold really quickly. So just in case there are more,
Um,
just using the brush to, not keep pace but move towards them.
Wave, you give me an perception initiative. This will be the group initiative roll. Is off your number in this instance.
Oh, he's this way.
The kobold begins scrambling away as it just begins to move in a full sprint. It will triple stride, getting 75 feet of distance as it rushes away. You all collectively are able to follow up. It is your turns.
I will start off by also triple striding, I think.
Okay.
Which should get me 105 feet. Right? Did I do that math right? 35, 70. No. Yeah, 70, 105. Yeah. Right here.
Oh, would you look at that?
I start to run, and then I'm like, he's got it. Then I come back.
As he takes like a glance over his shoulder, seeing you gaining on him, he says something in Draconic, though it is not loud enough for the people back there to hear.
Is it something that I could repeat in some kind of like just trying to mimic what he said?
Yes, it's like a short, like 2-syllable word. You would be able to echo it.
Okay, I just yell it really loudly, whatever he said.
Gerrit,
Yes.
you hear Wave in heavily accented Draconic shout, "Back, beast!"
You know? Sounds about right. I will be triple striding as well. Hold please. How do you do the? Hold on. Oh yeah. I don't know why I just boomered roll 20 so hard. Give me a second. I literally closed out of the web page by clicking both of my mouse buttons. Don't know how that happened, but
I've clicked both my mouse buttons and that did not happen. I had to know.
Yeah, I tried
Alive.
to.
Oh no, that's drawing.
He just alt F4'd us.
How do you draw the dang line?
So that you can either make a ruler tool.
That's what it is.
While you are moving, if you tap Q, like while you're dragging your token in the process, it'll give you that line. Though only you can see that line.
Okay. So I'm gonna triple stride, which is 75 feet. So I'll make it to that square. My roll
Mach 2
20.
follows right up behind you.
Nice.
Kalat, are you? So I know you said you are still going to be slinking around. Are you moving, or are you content just staying there?
Got distracted while I was looking this up. But with Terrain Stalker, I'm allowed to move a certain distance while not having to give up my current level of stealth. I can sneak without attempting a stealth check so long as I move no more than 5 feet and do not move within 10 feet of an enemy at any point during my movement per action. I think that's what this says.
So that is 5 feet per movement. So if you just do that for 3 turns or 3 actions, you get 15.
Yep.
And of course, you can move further than that. It's just you will no longer auto pass stealth.
Yep. Yeah, I think this turn I will do that. So I'll just move 15 feet towards people. That's my turn.
The kobold clearly can see that it is not escaping Wave and his mighty land legs, and instead just turns, dropping down to its back as it just raises its crossbow up from a prone position pointed at you. It says a longer sentence in Draconic. It is clear that it is ready to shoot. Mechanically, it is ready in action. That is its turn. It is to you guys.
If I can, I will stride twice here to get to, I think it was that square. And as Hack yells out in Draconic, what does Hack yell out? He yells out like, "All right, we own the moon radishes. You work for us. New clan, our clan. We strong." And
like the very first syllable of your sentence, the kobold takes a glance over, and as it does, its movement just pulls back the crossbow bolt, firing it at Wave.
Oh, sorry.
Clearly was not like set off by the thing you said, just a sudden panicked movement.
Little hair trigger there.
And this will strike Wave.
Ooh.
And what about your fancy
Scare the
thing?
kobold into the shooting wave.
For
Catch your
5
own
points
arrow.
of damage.
I'm next level, I catch the arrow.
Oh no!
Oh,
This was your shot. This was the arrow in Kingmaker.
I know, right? It'll never happen again.
As soon as it fires, you just see immediate fear in the kobold's eyes. Clearly, both didn't mean to do that and can see you're still up.
All right, I will use an action to step up and then attempt to grapple this kobold.
Give it a roll. He is flat-footed for being prone.
All right. To do this, I just roll an athletics check.
Yep.
I am better at those now.
That will be a crit success.
Oh man,
wow.
you got a little bit better at those, huh?
I have plus 11 now.
This is mine
both leveling up, and I went to expert. But I just grabbed this kobold by the scruff of the neck.
I don't remember what a crit success specifically does. I'm having a look right now.
I should probably look up the grapple
Okay.
rules too.
It basically, so grabbed is the normal thing that happens. A crit success instead restrains them.
Okay.
Essentially, the only thing he can try and do is escape. That's his only action that is available. He cannot attack. You've got him completely pinned.
Okay. What? How does this like work? Can I just like drag him around or like? But
So
what happens if I move?
so game rules first.
Okay.
You cannot.
Okay.
Your grapple sort of locks you both down in that spot. You are unable to move away. If you're trying to move them, there's the push action, which you can or shove action to shove them 5 feet or 10 on a crit success. Situationally, you may be able to drag someone depending on circumstances, size, strengths, things that are beyond the rules comprehension. This is a case where you would be able to drag this kobold, especially with a crit success, if you wanted to.
Also,
Though I will say you are half speed since you're restraining someone.
in normal circumstances, say this was a more extended combat, and I started off by grappling him like this. What does that mean for the sense of the combat? Can I just keep punching him afterwards? Am I inhibited in any way?
You use that action, but that is all it does for you. So long as you have a hand free, which you do.
Yeah.
So
Ignore.
you could then just use your other 2 actions to strike him. Though it's at the end of your next turn, the grapple automatically releases unless you re-grapple.
Okay.
So it's basically you need to spend an action every turn to maintain the grapple on him.
And that
And pass your
requires a
check.
whole new, same thing as if I had let go from him to grab him again, kind of situation.
Yes,
Okay. And also reduces my attack bonus.
that is correct.
But no, I think for now I guess I want to try and disarm him too. I can use my third action for that.
As you just start reaching for his crossbow, he just drops it, lets it go.
Then I'm done for now.
He just seems to go still. He does not try and wiggle and escape. Unless anyone is taking initiative-based action, this is the end of initiative. He's caught, and he knows it.
Okay. I just continue slinking forward in the underbrush.
You are able to gather up over the next 30 seconds or so, should you wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come up with Noctu, and I think that this time, since we're kind of weird trial run of this whole process, I'm all right, Noctu, explain it to him. We're starting a new tribe, our tribe, right? Tell him how strong we are, and how cool we are, and everything.
Noctu then immediately begins to speak in Draconic, looking towards the other one. Great Shield is weak. Great Shield cannot compare to Hack.
Lex.
he seems to get halfway through the word green before just abruptly stopping. Hack, like a drake.
Yeah. That's good. That's real good.
It's better leader, stronger, will bring to greatness. Yes. The other kobold looks more fearful than convinced.
Should you knock him out?
I mean, that seems a little unnecessary. Here, how about this? I've got... Let's see. My bag is so full. Let's try this. I drink one of my lesser Drakeheart mutagens, and
Real quick, as you're basically going to pull it out, Noctu suddenly speaks up again as he suddenly seems to recognize something. You are Svetnir! He then looks towards Gerrit. Svetnir is a scout for Great Shield. Perhaps behind. Yes? And he looks towards the kobold you've captured, who just remains totally silent, frozen.
Repocketing my potion, I kind of lean in to the other kobold. Is your boss that way?
There's about a 2-second delay before the kobold just gives a slight nod with no sound.
All right, guys, their boss is that way. The shieldy one. make this whole process way easier.
This does seem like the way.
Do we think, is he coming here? Are we going to wait for him? Or are we going to go to him?
Not two loads of sling.
Got an idea. You can this second little one, not my buddy Noctu, but this guy, you can lead us back to him.
There's just another few moments of complete stillness before he slightly shakes his head no.
Yeah, I think you can. You know where they are. Listen, you can even tell them that I'm coming.
No response, just the shaking head.
Or, I mean, I guess they're probably going to come for the, whatchamacallits anyway.
Moon radishes?
The moon radishes, yeah. I don't know. Are we, should we stay or should we go?
I'll make a song about that in the future. Seems kind of catchy.
That was pretty good.
I mean, if we just retrace this one's steps, we'll probably get there eventually.
Yeah, I also think that staying here would also be good. You know, terrain advantage, we know the land. And he's coming here. Why send a scout if you're not planning to go?
But a scout not coming back might be a bad bit. Hey, Noctu, do you know if they'll still come here even if their scout doesn't make it back?
Probably. But not sure.
Probably works for me. He says they might, but I mean, as long as they wouldn't, even if they're coming in with their guard raised, I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm
We
okay
can wait
with
here.
waiting.
What if we send a scout of our own?
Are you thinking about sending Noctu?
I was thinking about sending one of us. Either me or Kalat.
What, am I not stealthy enough for you?
Hack, you're many things. Stealthy is not one of them.
Yeah, or you got me. Yeah. We
That or
can.
we trudge through the forest looking for them. I'd hate
Yeah.
to wait here only for no one to come.
My thing is, I would hate for them to come while our scout is scouting.
We would need a way to, like signal.
Does anybody have a signaling spell? Something like a flare?
I do, but I would have had to make it this morning. Or, okay, Doomer, I don't know how this actually works. So, I've got the ability to probably have it to where I can link it. I have the action, obviously, duh, Quick Alchemy. Advanced Alchemy level lower, right? Before we look without having spent a merit, blah blah. This item has the infused traits, but it remains potent only until the start of your next turn. So if I were to like use Quick Alchemy to make a sun rod, would just be a sun rod until my next turn, even if you like if I made it and then activated it, it would still only like shed light until my next turn, basically. Or
Though I will note that sun rods are very bright, so unless you were a very far distance away, if you like basically cracked the sun rod and then just chucked it up as high as you could with having high strength, It's not a perfect flare, but it's sort of a similar purpose.
Yeah, I actually that I hadn't even thought of it that way. I was trying to think of a way to give someone a sunrod for the person that's leaving, but us having a potentially somewhat useful flare type item, I think also just kind of works.
Like call the scout back, basically.
Yeah, we just wouldn't have a way for the scout to alert us if they got in trouble.
What do you think, Kalat?
I think it's effective. I think we should do some level of scouting.
Very well then. I will submit to the consensus.
I think that the only other question that I have, this is just a generic question that I wouldn't be using here, but might come up in the future. So I have the ability to craft alchemical items with my infused reagents, right? And it's like part of my like long rest situation. Is there a time where like is there like a ability for me to craft something on a short rest using the like reagents that I haven't had used, or I don't actually know?
To my knowledge, without being 100% positive on this, I think it's basically like at the start of the day is your chance to like craft where you have the double efficiencies.
Right.
After that, that opportunity is lost. You can no longer get the 2-for-1.
That's fair.
But you can do the quick alchemy to like, I need a bomb.
Now I have a bomb. All right, cool.
Bomb.
If you were to just like right now be like, okay, I don't care how much time it takes, I need a sun rod. How long would it take you?
I mean, a long rest, I guess, hypothetically. And to have a sun rod that lasted for a day. Otherwise, I would just do the regular like crafting thing, which I think is I could make a batch of them over the course of a week or so.
Okay. Yeah. So quick alchemy is 1 round, bam, you've got it, but it only lasts for 1 round. Long rest is the free ones that are like limited total that you can make per day. Actually mundane crafting it, the kind of thing that like anyone with a skill feat craft alchemy things can do, is longer than that.
Okay. Cool. Alright, well, who's scouting?
Somebody with high stealth, I suppose.
I think
Definitely
Robert's
one of you guys.
got better, or Kalat's got better stealth than me, and I'm Zoomier. So it's kind of either one is probably perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, you're definitely faster. Robert, what is your stealth? I'm just curious.
I think it's +8 right now.
Okay, you're a little better than me then.
He's got a 1 higher bonus than me and a special feat that would also help for getting closer to them undetected.
Okay.
My stealth is 6, actually.
Oh, then I have a higher stealth. I'm at 7.
I'm also 7.
Well, then I guess it's just wave. Better stealth and faster.
But your 5s, you're probably going to be better at like collecting information and like perception and stuff than me, right?
Yeah,
any of
but
the
my
three of us
survival
could.
skills, if I'm
I think
I'm
there's definitely
doomed.
some pluses
too,
and
but-
minuses.
Yeah, I think the consensus is that like literally any of the 3 of us could go do the stealthy thing just fine. It's just personal preference on which one we send.
But
Anybody got
I'm so good at it.
Are you actually?
No.
Okay.
Mine's a 1.
Gotcha.
They only speak Draconic, right? That's the reason to send Gerrit. You can understand them.
I mean, listen, I'm definitely not the forward scout.
You want to just roll off for it?
All right.
Or
All right.
Wait, high number or low number?
D20 highest number goes on the scouting mission.
Ah, 5's got a 5. He's out.
That is El Clasico. All right, I guess I'm scouting. I'll just
Why
try
is
and
your
head
dice
the
shiny?
general. Why is Colossus?
Yeah, how did you do that?
Oh, the blue? That's just because I've selected the color.
Shiny dice.
At the bottom left, I'm presuming.
Oh. Oh yeah.
The others weren't like that.
Yeah,
Why
mine's
is
not
mine
orange.
green?
Shiny dice.
Maybe
Ah.
I'm the only one working.
Oh,
No,
mine's yellow.
they're now all
Blue's is
shiny.
working.
Oh yeah, mine.
There we
green.
go. I fixed
I just had
it.
to select it. Okay. That's cool.
Oh. Yep.
Anyway.
Also, nice nat 20.
All right, doing
Oh,
some
yeah,
scouting.
so Wave dies. Sorry.
No. This is you going on a scouting mission, Brian.
I will.
Oh yeah. Noctua is on scouting mission. He rolled highest.
Noctu. I'll take Noctu and also our new friend. We picked up like ropes and stuff at some point, right? I have rope.
Yeah, I think it just comes in your basic adventuring pack, and I think everyone has one of those, or at least most people.
Yeah,
I've
we
got
rope and
these
manacles
tools.
and stuff.
And a net, which may include rope.
I'm good. I got rope to. I'm just gonna bind our new little kobold friend, and then reassume my position.
Where do you want your captive?
Probably. I probably want to set it up so like I'm assuming that they're coming from this like northwest direction. I want to set it up so like if they were to walk straight into the clearing, they got like Noctu on my left side and the captive on my right side.
All right. Outside of Wave, what is the position the rest of you are taking up?
I'll probably be back in the tree to just watch out.
Well, is Kalat off the map? He just flew off to the right for me, and
Wait.
I don't see him anymore.
I'm gone.
Bye.
Wait, I was
Goodbye.
just in this. I'd set myself down in the trees over here, and now I don't.
I saw Kalat just fly all the way across the map and out.
I think it's
Help!
Control Z. It
Control
comes
Z.
back.
I've
No,
tried.
this is just mine.
No,
Help!
Control Z the kobold. Alright. That Kalat is dead. However, he does have a brother who is right there.
Help! Oh god, that was so fucking
You are
weird.
an
I feel like I
android
just.
after all.
It's true.
Hello, I am Kalat's twin brother. I had the exact same life as Kalat, except I also want to avenge my brother.
I am Kalat 2.0. Beep boop. Nice to meet you.
Then as for Wave, are you planning on heading off in the direction that you saw this kobold coming from? Going to what's your plan of scouting?
Heading off in the direction that the scout came from.
Oh,
Is that
hey,
different
I
from
have
the
survival.
way he ran?
He was walking up this way and then ran back that way.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way I want to go.
Also, I had two things to contribute to scouting. The other one
Yeah.
would be survival to track people with.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Next time.
Next time. You can
Um,
always take turns.
Wave, give me both a stealth and a perception check.
All right, coming in hot. We got a stealth and a perception. I have big bonuses, I promise.
Hot off the
Yeah,
press.
sure.
You know, anyone can roll bad, right?
Fortunately, the group that you seem to be approaching isn't moving terribly quietly. There's a much larger distance on this map than is reflected, so do not treat it as actual distance away. But you are able to spot a group of 7 kobolds moving along through the trees. There seem to be 4 of them slightly spread out and surrounding one that is about 4.5 feet tall. a good head and shoulders above the other kobolds. And on it seems to be unarmored, but over the middle one's back, it seems to be wearing essentially a large turtle shell as almost a cloak.
Okay.
Just judging by how the other ones are moving, reacting, and treating it, this clearly seems to be the leader of this group. A bit behind them, another pair walk. These ones looking a little smaller than the rest. Sling staffs slung over their back, but not actively in hand. And you see short swords on the hips of the 4 flanking ones, though again, none are drawn. None seem particularly concerned about this particular moment.
Okay.
They do not spot you, despite the 11.
All right. My plan is to stay far enough ahead of them that I can still tell that they're heading in a direction and not stop. And if they go to the moon radishes, follow at that distance all the way back to the moon radishes and not engage them.
Okay.
Basically, my entire purpose is just make sure that they get to the destination.
All
Chaperone.
right. Silent escort. Yep.
Little did they know.
All right. So they do indeed continue on towards the moon radishes, and Wave, you will arrive before them. You have time to tell the others, warn them, and do whatever you would like to do in a small amount of time.
Easiest scouting mission of my life. All right. I prep as you wish.
Cool.
I assume that Hack is standing in the middle of the field, awaiting the approach of his soon-to-be mush-paced adversary. And then I'll, I guess, try and stay hidden across from Kalat as on the flanks of their entrance.
And something that I can do now, I can actually somewhat preemptively drink my mutagen. So as we get to the point where they're like about to be in our range, I will drink my Drakeheart mutagen.
Okay.
Because they last
I
for
will
10
cast
minutes.
my magic potency.
All right. Fives, is that the position that you will be?
Which direction are they coming from? The bottom?
They seem to be basic. It's not
Oh, I
actually
see
a
'em, I see
road
'em.
along the map. It's sort of this road line.
I see him.
Yeah, my brain's
I'm
so
too
broken.
far zoomed in. I'm too far zoomed in. Yeah, I'll be back here.
I've literally both the last kobold and these ones. I'm like, they're to the north of us. This is the direction that enemies come from. Obviously.
All bad guys come from the north.
The White Walkers.
Canadians.
So, the group doesn't seem to be particularly alerted. Perhaps even unusually so for having sent out a scout. But regardless, they just begin moving up without really any sort of concern. You would know that. So, as I mentioned, there's more cover in here than is on the map. At roughly like this line is when there's just going to be like clear sight to the clearing, and Gerrit will be obviously noticed if you do not disrupt further. They are walking towards it. At what point do people take action?
I'm gonna wait for Hack to give his speech. Speech.
Okay,
speech.
I'll draw 2 of my blight bombs and wait for them to show up and react.
Hack gives monologue.
I am also just waiting.
I will move to what I want to do is create a line, a diagonal line, or any straight line from me that covers as many of them as possible. So I will just move in the brush stealth.
Like if you were to cast lightning bolt, the most that you could hit in a straight line.
Yeah, something like that.
They basically get one more step up before they take a glance up and are able to see Gerrit and the kobolds.
Hello. Is it, hey, Noctu, is this shield fucker?
Noctu just points at the one with the large shell on its back. Chief, great shield.
All right, not Chief anymore. Chief Hack now. We're stronger. You work for us now.
The kobold just reaches its arms behind its back and just picks up the massive shell on its back, bringing it around to the front of it, and then shouts out, "I will crush you like I crush the rest."
That's my favorite answer.
It takes a step out and says, "Rest of you stay back. I will do this myself."
Oh, let's fucking go.
I look around. Should we stay back as well?
I also look around and just kind of like hold for now.
We don't understand any of this, so
Yeah, this is draconic. Sorry, should have
Okay.
mentioned.
we
There-
just see a random
there is
kobold take
one
a shell
dude
off.
walking forward by himself though, as the others wait.
Wait, is he bringing the shell into battle with him, or is it the classic like guy removes his shirt to
He's
start a
holding the
fist
shell
fight?
in two hands.
He's
Oh,
got a
okay.
big old shield.
I will crush you.
I think Hack steps forward in turn, and as he's entering his rage, yells out in common and is like, "A 1v1 sounds great."
Noctu takes a small step back, and as he does, he just whispers in Draconic, "He is very good with shield."
Our weakness.
Our
Anybody with
weakness,
a shield.
Super ass kobold.
the tanky ass kobold. This is Doomer telling me that I should have gone for the bonus to hit instead of extra AC. Okay, so
So, everyone else is staying hidden and not taking action at this point. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll see what happens. If things change, we'll,
yeah.
spring to action, but-
The tall kobold continues stepping up, its shield in hand. As it begins getting closer and unobscured, you can see that this shell, by the size of it, probably weighs 50 pounds or so. It's a thick, huge shell.
Okay. I'm very interested to see how this guy fights with his shell. As soon as he steps up and away from his line of kobolds, I'm going to hit him with the 2 blight bombs that I have drawn.
He is fully aware of you. There is no surprise here. We are just going to go right into initiative for that.
Absolutely. I may initiate. Haha!
All right. You are indeed first.
Oh god, that's so
Gerrit.
much dex. Alright. First turn is mighty simple. Step 1, rage. Step 2, I throw 2 blight bombs, which look a little something like number 1.
As a reaction, he just pulls up the massive shell in front of himself, ducking down behind it. As the blight bomb glances off of it, that is a miss.
That's fair. Does he still take the splash damage?
He will take splash, yes.
Yes. This is why we splash damage. And
Damn.
blight bomb number 2. Oh.
And that one just seems to barely get around the shield, hitting him for 6. And he, if I remember correctly, he also takes the splash damage.
Yes.
Is that right?
So it's a total of 7, and then he has the blight bomb is the one that has persistent damage that is a D4.
Okay. He gives out a couple coughs as that one gets around his shield, clearing his lungs slightly, and says, "I crush you!" Again in Draconic.
And that's
That
all
is your turn?
poison damage. Yep, that is my turn. There's all 3 of me actions.
He will use an action to stride up to you,
So
use an
ready.
action to pull back the shield, and is just going to bash you with it.
Understandable. Have a great day.
What is your current AC?
20.
That will miss. Able to leap back in time as his shield just crushes into the ground, sending up a large cloud of dirt. There's definitely strength behind his swings. He then wrenches it back into place, covering himself once more as he takes the raise a shield action.
Okay.
From the tree, I would like to get Kalat and Way's attention and point at the 6 kobolds over here and be like, we should fight these guys.
I look between Fies and Kalat. I don't know how to, in this moment, signal complex thoughts. So,
Yeah, I'm more of just looking and just pointing, like, huh? Huh?
I'm unsure.
I just need to
In
make
any
sure.
case, I would like to try and sneak around to the trees where Wave is.
Give me a stealth check.
Stealthy boys.
Kalat, do you have any response to any of that signaling?
I would probably be like, not yet, sort of thing. Just wait for the 1v1 to play out a little bit longer.
That's
Understanding
kind
that
of
if he beats the leader, right, then we don't necessarily have to fight the rest of them. So
Could simplify
Yeah.
things. I mean, rah!
5. You are able to slink around a total of 45 feet without being spotted.
Oh, where's my tool? 45 feet. That. Okay. Eh.
Gerrit, it is
Okay.
your turn.
So, and understanding Pathfinder mechanics as I do, the whole shield thing is shields can generally tank a number of hit points, and I could potentially be trying to disarm him of the shield, just get it out of the way, but also it's just an increase to his AC, and he can block hits with it, so it takes damage instead of him, it has a hardness.
So you are able to make the assumption, given the knowledge that you have, that this kobold is probably highly proficient with a shield.
Fair.
Meaning that he has what is called the shield block reaction. In game terms, you would know how to translate it into the real world of your character. Basically, he took the raise a shield action. That is just a flat bonus to his AC for that round.
Mm-hmm.
It also allows you to take the reaction shield block, of when you take physical damage from something, you can shield block it, where whatever the hardness of the shield is, you reduce the damage by that, and then the remaining damage is done both to the shield and to you.
That's what it is.
So if you swing for 10 and the shield has a hardness of 6 and he shield blocks, the shield takes 4 damage and he takes 4 damage.
Okay. So I think that for the time being, I'm just gonna be swinging away at this guy. Let's see.
Think of how great it would
this-
be if you broke it.
Just
Great
punch
shield.
through his shield. So for starters,
Be back.
we got 27.
And as he sees the claw coming for him, he brings up that shield and indeed does use that shield block reaction, reducing it by 6. You deal 1 point of damage to him and 1 point of damage to the shield.
Flash damage.
In the same motion, he swings the shield out to you,
Oh no.
missing. There doesn't
Okay.
seem to be enough force behind it to do damage, even if it's successful, but it could knock you off balance. If he
Okay.
passes this, you are flat-footed for a round.
Okay, that makes sense. And that was here we go, swing again. That was a reaction attack thing, or
So with the shield block, he can do that as a combined reaction, basically.
cool.
That one, however, will just rake off of the shield.
Oh
itself,
no.
able to hit it.
Okay. How about I think I saved that for next turn. And I think that let me remember. If I were to like try to intimidate him, that would lower his AC, but then he would recover after a round, right?
Intimidate is generally something you want to do before you attack rather than
Yeah.
after.
That's what I was just thinking. Okay, so I think I'm just swinging for the third time. Yeah! Haha, not quite.
He has more than 0 AC.
Dang it.
Also, on his turn, he had persistent damage that it slipped my mind.
Oh, yeah.
So give me a roll for how much damage that is, and he will roll to see if he shrugs it off after taking the damage. 4 damage, and then if I roll a 15, I'll look it up. Oh, okay, I gotta figure out if it's 15 or 16. Persistent damage to E. Just one number that I didn't know, and it had to be that one. DC 15. Okay, he does resist it.
Okay.
Just barely. So he takes the 4 damage, but then it's gone.
That's fair.
That's the most a blight bomb has done, though.
Yep.
Listen, I didn't know that was a D4 of damage. I legitimately was thinking it was just 1 in my head.
I think I've missed so many blight bombs that I've almost never actually gotten the persistent damage to proc. Okay. So now it's his turn.
So just a real quick check. No one else interrupts.
Correct.
He is going to swing the shield at you once more.
We're chilling right now.
And
This little guy ain't got shit.
smashes into the ground feebly before swinging it up at you again. A marginal improvement.
Oh
if anything.
no.
With his final action, he just draws the shield back to himself, raised again. It is your turn.
Hey, listen, 1 damage is a lot more than none damage. So I would like to do the intimidation thing. Demoralize. There it is. I make an intimidation check against their will DC, and I do it in Draconic. So we do this. Oh, yikes!
He seems to shrug it off, his shield protecting from words as easily as your claws.
That's fine. He's temporarily immune for 10 minutes, but I'm still gonna kick his butt. As soon as I find the correct modifiers on Hagclaw. Ha! Oh no.
And this too is blocked by the massive shield.
We're gonna get there. Oh no.
And thrown to the side by his shield.
This was a quiet round. We don't talk about these rounds.
Well, unless you're a rather noble swashbuckler, then all you do is talk about those rounds.
The shielded kobold then shouts out, "I shall turn your spine to dust!" as he too attempts to intimidate you.
Oh! Oh my god!
Before
Just part of your brain is just like, that's not how that works at all. What? Science?
quickly trying to recover his embarrassment with another bash from the shield.
Oh no!
He succeed.
And that is a crit succeed for 20 points of damage as the shield is slammed into you.
This is fine. So I have 5 temporary HP, which is now gone. And I take 15 out of my 38.
Big bonk.
23.
Then
You know, his
giving
actions
out a
speak
laugh,
louder than words.
He pulls his shield back to himself once more. Your turn.
This is fine. Everything is still totally fine. As
Also, as a note, there are many loud jeers from his gaggle of kobolds who gather up for a better view.
I think that
I kind of like wave 5 over to me, like, come over here, come over here.
I'm still sneaking my way over there.
I think I forgot to tell you you can move on your last turn. So you could have moved from before. You can make
Cool.
it over wave.
I'm gonna continue swinging away at this Mr. Kobold, Raging
I
Haggle.
think I'll act on this turn. I make contact with Wave after that, and seeing 5 up next to him, I just
Oh, now,
Now?
I swing, and swing again, doing
Slamming your claw to the side with his shell.
bloody shell.
All right. Other actions may be taken by the
Okay.
team, should you wish.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you guys. I generally think that we should probably let the 1v1 play out, but I'll play along with whatever you guys think is best.
I am going to wait until I hit a good devise a stratagem.
I can't predict based off of that. So, seeing the shell bonk into a friend, thinking that's not good. Hedge our bets time. I spell strike coming out of this, and we'll be using my new spell. But first, making an attack.
Everyone standing in a line is too tempting spell.
Yep.
A little bit.
All you had
Actually,
to
I had
do
that
was
from
walk
before.
into a line.
Oh, sorry, I was attacking this guy just so it's clear. Devising a stratagem on that guy.
All right.
Okay.
So, Kalat, what exactly are you doing? What spell are you casting?
I will be casting Sea Surge.
Okay.
Surge.
Ooh, this is my new favorite spell.
And it goes into. See, that says Arcane Spell level 3. Wouldn't that just be 2? Yeah,
I am not familiar with the Roll20 Pathfinder 2e terminologies.
Bullshit. All right. So, it'll be 2, and then I will be making my attack. Presumably.
So let's see. I'm remembering how Magus B do things. Is this spell contingent on your attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going into the sword.
Gotcha. Okay. So, go ahead and make your roll.
Oh, wait. Yeah, the old way would be that it would only affect the one guy. Whereas
that's right.
Whereas the new one, it would affect the whole line. So I'm just going to use the whole line.
All right. So you are just casting the spell.
I am just casting the spell. And in fact, do I even have to move? Because it can be up to 15 feet wide.
Yes.
No, I don't have to move.
Yep.
I'm about
just
to get a breath of fresh water.
If you run into it, you can submerge yourself for a brief amount of time. We're gonna go with it's basically this section, but 60 feet of that on this turn, and then another 60 feet the next turn. Actually, that was perfect. So the wave pushes out. But yeah, basically, I stomp the ground, and just like a wellspring just like forms, and then I just push it forward, and it just slaps away from me, rushing into all of them. They must all make saves, I believe.
All right. I will roll 6 fortitude saves. These are going to be left to right.
Oh.
What is your DC?
That's a number. It is. I know how to find this. Spells? Is it on
Oh, yeah,
spells?
normally it just
18 is spells
contingent on you
DC.
hitting, right?
Yeah,
18.
18
Okay.
is spell DC.
So the very first one is going to pass, then a failure, knocked to the ground, a critical failure, roll me damage as well as knocked to the ground,
And push
and
20
push
feet.
20 feet. So he will be
Into
over
his-
here. Given that they are kobolds, they do not take up nearly the 5-foot square on the map, so he's just sort of shoved through and around them. This one will crit pass and is unaffected, and then these two will both fail but not crit fail and are knocked prone. Give me that 3d6 roll. Oh, there it is. And the massive force of this rushing water just sends this one colliding straight into a tree, and you hear a loud crack as he lands headfirst.
I meant to ask, can you do spell save DCs non-lethally? Is that a thing?
Only if they have the non-lethal trait. Daze,
So
for
no.
instance, spell that does. Most like psychic-y kind of spells often can, but a lot can't.
This is a learning process. So yes, the wave moves along and it carries all the brush and sticks with it, and it moves it 60 feet over to the brush, and then the next turn it will do so again.
So let's see if I'm following it right. So basically, like right now, everything from here in this section is watered. Next round, it'll be everything in like this section is watered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sick.
All right.
And anything that moves in that area, I don't know what that area is.
That's like this line right here. Anything that moves into this box needs the check.
Oh, okay. So this turn, and then next turn if they move into the area in the next box.
If they move into that box over there.
Okay, that's cool.
It's a weird box, but it's a box. Okay, so that is Kalat. 5s and wave. What are you doing, if anything?
I do have one action left.
Oh, go ahead.
What's a defensive action?
Hmm.
Oh, shield. I have shield. I guess shield is a cantrip.
I will also note that there's undergrowth, trees, shrubbery all around. You are able to take the take cover action, though if they take the move action to like specifically circle around you to the other side, that would negate it.
Okay, I'll just stick with shield.
Is it obvious to the kobolds that Kalat just cast the spell of water over them?
Yes, it would be. Like casting magic is a pronounced omnipotent water and such, and then just massive torrent of water.
I just wanted to make sure they didn't think that it was just like Gerrit doing it while also fighting their shield magic.
It was an angry tree.
Kalat is clearly visible as this water god.
Okay. Well, I guess I've got no other choice but to join in the beating them up phase of this game, and I will move to here and then punch at the prone stick thrower kobold.
Hey,
Punch into the wave.
I punch into the water with well, actually, I'll move and then I'll enter shark stance and then I'll punch into the water.
all right.
Punch.
That one will miss. Did you
That's
mean
my
to
turn.
flurry of blows with that?
Yes.
Go ahead and make
then
another one.
The second attack, which was my true attack.
And that will be a crit for a total of 25. Oh, he's also flat-footed due to being prone. So that is with back. You do a whole lot of damage
A lot.
as you just kill this kobold before it even processes what is happening. As it's still knockout. As it's
KO.
still being like just slid by this wave of water.
You literally punch him, and he like somehow crushes 5 feet through the earth with how hard you hit him, and somehow at the end of all that, he manages to croak out, "I'm alive."
Also, that was minimum.
That was minimum damage. Yeah.
Minimum crit damage. All right.
27, I believe, was your damage roll. All right. 5s.
I am going to. I can't attack this guy because I rolled too low on my devise a stratagem. So I would like to move 20 feet to here.
This was the one you devised,
Yes.
who is currently unconscious.
Yeah.
Also, it's very hot
well,
in here. I'm just gonna open the window.
Wait,
So
that's
I'm
not
listening, but
That's not minimum, Colin, is it?
So-
It says that you rolled.
So the way that it works, it highlights based on the last number that he rolled. So the formula is
minimum
1d8
eventually D8.
plus a bunch of modifiers plus 1d8. So since he rolled an 8 on the first one on his crit dice, it said it was green, and then he rolled a 1 on the second one on his crit dice. But he rolled higher overall because the first numbers were 2 and 6.
I see.
Gotcha. Okay.
That makes more sense. Yeah, it's
I'm
6
deciphering
plus
the
4 plus
siege,
1 on my dice.
Yeah, so you
or
could have had
something. Or no.
an
6
additional
plus-
2 on the base roll and then an additional 7. So your max is 32.
Yeah. And my
Alright.
minimum is 5 less than that.
All right.
18.
Windows are now open.
It's a little awkward how that works, but okay.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
All right, fives. You have moved. What else do you do?
I just realized for devise a stratagem, I roll a d20. When I actually use that, would I add my chance to hit for the weapon onto that d20?
It is as if you make a normal attack roll, but the whatever you rolled for the stratagem is just like your base d20 number. So if you have plus 10 to hit for easy math and you roll an 11 on your stratagem, you know that you have a 21 to hit this guy.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you
That
can
makes
use your
or a 16 if you use your second attack on it, for instance.
you can
Like,
use
that
your
makes a
intelligence
big
modifier for the attack roll as well, if you want to.
Yes, that too. But
Which,
yeah.
Don't you have an 18 intelligence?
Intelligence, I have a 10, but the modifier is 4. But it'd be
What?
better to just use a weapon.
What? No. Oh,
Hold
your
on.
stats are messed up.
What?
You should have 14, 14, 0, 18, 0, 12. Or
Oh,
So that's
okay.
what it's gonna
So
become.
you have filled in all of your modifiers, but all of your stats are just 10 listed on your sheet.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
We
is
can
gone.
fix that later.
Okay.
You don't.
I mean, I can't
actually
even
use
set
store
those.
for almost anything.
Okay.
Modifier is what is relevant.
But regardless, that 2 hit would be improved by using your intelligence instead of strength. By 2.
Mhm.
Because you have 14 strength and 18 intelligence.
Huh.
So anytime you use the devise the stratagem, you get an extra plus 2 to hit, basically.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, well, I still don't think that's good enough, so I'm going to use my... wait,
It probably
So
is
my-
good enough.
my Accly is plus 7.
So instead it would be plus 9. So you'd have 8
Oh.
plus 9, so you'd have a 17.
Okay, I understand. Then yeah, I will use my devise a stratagem then. I've been throwing away so many decent rolls.
Keep in mind, the one you stratagemed against is currently unconscious.
Yeah. No,
Sorry, I just punched him.
Oh, rip.
All this for nothing.
My bad.
Hey, no, this for the pursuit of knowledge.
This is kind of the problem of us all going at the same time. Is that like you devised a stratagem and then I punched that guy instead of the other way around, where I could have punched that guy and then you devised a stratagem against a different person.
Generally,
I will let you have done that. Like that is fine to just do a tiny retcon. You can have devise a stratagem against the next guy instead. That is fine.
Yeah,
okay,
that was
but
my bad
generally
for
in
being
fights, we
miscommunicated.
should probably wait for me to devise a stratagem because I have shared stratagem, so I can give that devise a stratagem to somebody
Yeah.
if need be.
Then yes, definitely, I agree.
So I should probably go first for a lot of these if we're gonna be attacking similar targets.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think there's probably a good amount of reorganizing our strategy and character sheets that'll help a lot here.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna attack this guy.
Go for it. What was your roll for the
For devise a
stratagem?
It was an 8.
All right. So, what is your end result to hit?
So plus 9 to 8 would be 17.
And
Alright.
he is flat-footed, right? Because
You
he's
get a
attacking
hit.
a prone target.
All right, cool. So now I roll damage. Well,
That is the
That-
only
that
thing
was-
that isn't represented there.
What? Where's my damage?
Oh, so there's
Oh,
a damage
I
section
I
to the
clicked the
right.
wrong button. I clicked the wrong button.
Yeah, that
All
works.
right.
Ah,
And the Ackless smashes into him for 4, but he is still angry and yelling and draconic.
And activate double strike slice. So I get to attack again. Okay, would devise a stratagem count for both attacks?
It would
Um,
just account for 1. Also, that is melee only.
I'm not. Dang it. Yeah, you're right.
Did you
Alright.
have 5 more move speed?
No, I moved
did
20.
you move your?
I moved 20.
Okay.
Although I can move twice, can't I? No, because double slice would still take 2 actions out of my 3.
You also you devise a strategy also. So devise a strategy, attack, move. That's 3.
Yep.
So that is a full turn right there.
That is how that
Okay.
works.
All right. Knock 2 is going to call out to Gerrit. One help as he readies a sling.
Real quick, you have 25 move speed, by the way.
Yes, it should be 25.
Wait, I'm already there. All right.
Well, the difference is like instead of throwing it, you made a melee attack, right?
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I've already wasted so much time. It's just better luck next time, I guess.
I yell over my shoulder, help them if you want. I've got this one still.
Knock 2 will dash over to here and sling a rock at this guy right there. He misses and then rapidly reloads his sling. That is his turn. The other kobolds. Starting with you, Gerrit.
Yeah.
The chief great shield raises up the great shield and attempts to smash you with it.
Oh?
You're currently 20 AC, right?
Yes.
You just barely avoid his
Ah.
shield as he brings it back for another, smashing it out.
Ah.
If only he rolled that on the first one. Now he's got a multi-attack penalty.
All right.
Got him.
As he misses, and then third action pulls it back to himself with a raised shield.
He isn't my kind of fights.
These other kobolds. This one is going to just scramble away a bit. Action, draw weapon. Third action, throw rock at Kalat.
That's rude.
He misses. This one will stand.
I can't believe that this area isn't difficult terrain, but it's not. It's a weird
He
spell.
stands, he draws a weapon, and then he rushes out of here and over to Kalat. Though that is his full turn to do so. Wave. This one gets out of the wave as he circles around you. Then draws a weapon, and then stabs you with it.
What?
I think that this
Uh,
spell is a victim of the weird timey-wiminess of turn order.
I think it worked really well. It took a
Mhm.
whole bunch of their actions.
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
bunch of the flat-footed.
Yeah, I don't think this was particularly affected by turn order stuff.
No, I think it just worked as is expected.
It was
And
really cool.
Yeah.
his short sword is going to stab into you successfully. He also adds a D4 of sneak attack damage for a total
Whoa.
of 9
Ah, sneaky.
Ah!
as you are
He's-
flanked.
He snuck you.
At the same time, the one in front of you will stand, draw a blade.
So it's considered flanking if the opponent flanking you is prone?
Yes,
Okay. Good to know.
and will stab you.
Ah!
I need some laying down behind somebody prone kick attack.
Bite the ankles.
So long as you are able to make an attack, you are considered there for flanking. Like if you're paralyzed, you are not flanking, for instance. And he also stabs into you for a much less impressive 4 points of damage. And that is all of them. Your turns.
Yeah, I mostly was thinking like the mental image of the wave like passing by. Like these guys are all still like in the wave until the start of this turn where the wave moves on.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the weird mental image of that taking place.
The wave only hurts you if you move into it or were into it at the start. So
Mhm.
at this point, the wave rushes onward to there.
All right.
Amassing sticks and stones.
I've got a
Broken bones.
manly duel.
And a broken kobold.
Manly duel first.
Manly duel. Ha
Oh.
And smash to the side with a shield.
This is fine. We're gonna get
Those
him
are very
eventually.
exciting green numbers.
There's some very exciting green numbers.
Oh, you didn't intimidate first.
He's immune for 10 minutes,
Oh,
unfortunately.
You only got one chance per guy. and smashes the claw aside.
I'm gonna get that fucking shield.
The tankiness is everlasting. Also, the rolling incredibly low is for everlasting.
I don't think I've rolled above a 7 in a while.
Also, I just want you to be aware that Everlasting Stance is the actual name of the two-handed shield stance in Pathfinder.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Alright, who's next?
5.
All right. I will devise a stratagem on this guy.
Alright, what does your shared stratagem do? I don't actually remember.
I put it down. Let me go to my feats tab, and boom. It's just devise stratagem, but an ally that's near me, I can designate, and they get the bonuses too.
Oh, so if you hit them with
Oh.
it, they're flat-footed to your ally.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you devise a stratagem against someone, then you go up and bonk them, and if you successfully bonk them, then it gives us bonuses to hit them.
That's cool.
yeah.
That's neat.
I was. Anyway,
Well, not
let
just
me-
to us. You have to designate one ally.
Yeah,
So you say that
I'm
person
choosing
gets
wave.
flat-footed.
Wave.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't think I want to use that.
yeah, attack a different target.
Hmm.
No, I'm going to attack this guy.
You must first reel in your weapon.
But you
Well,
do
I
have
re-
2, so you can throw the other one.
Yeah.
And 19 plus, you have a bonus of 10 of 9 on the stratagems, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That will crit hit for 10 points of damage,
Nice.
and you are able to just drop that kobold with one mighty thunk.
And I shout out to Wave. All right, he's flat-footed for you.
Wave, you can just see his skull just bent inward.
Wave sighs, big sigh of like, why am I not surprised that this plan is going to shit so quickly? We're killing all the kobolds that we're trying to recruit for our kobold army.
I was not trying to kill him. It just happened.
Remember, you gotta use the non-lethal attacks if you want to.
I
Alright,
rolled a good number and
Wave
it
is
crit.
Wave is the only one that can retroactively say, I'd like to non-lethal that, because he can do so without penalty. Everyone else, it needs to be before the roll.
But
I-
you can do it really well because of the devise a stratagem. Like you can be like, oh yeah, this is gonna hit even though I'm gonna take the penalty.
Yes, you're especially good at being non-lethal.
Indeed.
Alright.
Yeah, I completely.
I am going to punch this guy.
Okay.
Non-lethally.
Lethally.
Punch.
Pouch.
And with just a deep groan, this kobold sighs over, unconscious.
Then I'm gonna move.
Great.
I can move so far now.
The kobold gives out an as you approach it.
And then I'm going to flurry of blows this kobold.
Okay. Roll them.
Bonk, bonk. Ooh,
Those will
one.
both miss.
Nice.
9 means no.
Kalat?
I think I will also move with the spell strike. Yeah, that seems good. He will have to chase me.
He calls
And
out as you
then-
run away.
This will be an attempt at non-lethal. He's gonna attempt a non-lethal telekinetic strike.
Roll it.
So this will be made at -1 bonus because it's +1 from the potency.
And that will still connect. However, it won't bring him down, at least with just the blade itself.
Yes. And then the blade has a mind of its own.
Oh.
And it misses.
However, this kobold seems near panicked as he immediately leaps back, mostly dodging the first one, but easily getting out of the way of the rebounded strike.
That is a stupid amount of red numbers.
That's
A lot of red.
a lot of red.
Knock 2 reloads his sling and throws a rock at this one. Whoops, that was the wrong or earlier damage roll. He fails.
Oh no.
Let's see. He didn't need a reload. He had it reloaded at the start. So he slings, then reloads, then slings again as his final action.
Oh
He's
no.
taking lessons from Shield Hero.
All right. That is them. The kobolds.
Bring it on.
Great shield. Great shield is going to smash you with a shield.
You know, I know a guy with a little tiny sword does about the same thing.
He just gives out another roar and smashes once more, missing.
At this
And
point, the two of you
defenses.
just need to shake hands and walk away.
Also, my last 4 rolls: 1, 2, 4, 5.
You skipped a number. You'll be back for it.
This one calls out something in Draconic. Gerrit, you are the only one to hear him shout out, "Traitor!" as he rushes up at Noctu, stabbing him.
Get him,
no!
Noctu. Oh shit!
no!
Noctu!
Shit! Noctu, no!
Noctu gives out a loud groan, but still seems standing, though barely. The kobold gives out a loud laugh as he stabs again, cutting into him
Dead.
and dropping Noctu.
No!
He is bleeding out, though not yet dead. He will be potentially. Wave and
Just
Kala
realized. Sorry. I was gonna say, is that like
sprints
just
away.
a feature of being main characters that only we get death saves?
Basically.
Pretty much,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
That is the gist of it. Normal things do not get death saves. Noctu has one.
Okay. Just one? Or
He
Normal.
has death saving throws.
okay.
I can reach the slinger
Go for
if
it.
you want to go for the other guy.
Yep.
Damn.
Alright, it is your turns.
He's so
I
fast.
reach the slinger with 2 move actions.
Oh, so
Then
fast.
I flurry of blows him.
Bonk bonk.
This was not the plan that he had.
No, it never is. Bonk, bonk.
Bonk bonk.
And with just your first string, you drop him down, presumably unconscious.
Yes.
I'm grabbing this dude's shield.
All right, give it a roll.
Yeah. Ah?
Ooh.
That will just barely crit pass.
Yes!
Wrench the shield out of his hands.
I had enough of this bullshit.
His shield is now at his feet.
I am. I'd like to kick or throw the shield away if possible.
You can use an action to toss it Actually, with how heavy it is, you couldn't get it more than about 5 feet.
That's fine. I just want it to be very inconvenient for him to pick up.
You're able to do so.
And then I
And
turn
We'll have 1 action left.
I turn back to him and was like, it's just me and you now. And then I swipe at him with my claw.
And that will hit. He
Let's
has
go.
no shield to block it with. As he gives out just a roar of pain. Though
He
still
uses-
keeps on fighting.
He reduces it by 6 damage with his arm, splitting the 6 damage
with
between him and
his
arm.
face.
Alright. 5s in Kalat.
I need to recall both my weapons. And
That's 2 actions. Still have 1 left.
Then I throw it. Wait, is this guy unconscious? Those guys
Yeah.
are both unconscious. Well, I guess I'm just going to move 20 feet?
25.
25 feet. Yeah, right there.
Okay, I move into here, and I shout at Gerrit. Still all yourself, or can I split? I'm kind of limited on opportunities here.
I've got this one. He's got no shield.
Alright.
I love. So Brian, there's a certain volume threshold that your mic it just goes completely silent at.
Oh yeah.
If you get really loud, it goes. "Huh?"
Yeah.
It's just all silent. So like, I remember in the one shot we did, you had the kobolds singing on the bridge, and it was like most of the song was here, but occasional bits of the song would just go into
Huh?
into
Into the
silent
void.
mode. It's wonderful. Also, do we have any of Gerrit's healing potions? Or any healing potions at all?
I have
Friends
my
or
healing
popular?
potions.
Okay.
I don't know
remember
if you
how
guys
that-
still have any. I know that like you guys had some.
I have an elixir of life.
Yeah,
I have an elixir as well.
yeah. You guys, I think, have the elixirs of life that we got from the what's his name?
Swamp Man?
The other one. We got him from the swamp man through the trading post man.
Oleg.
Oleg.
Oh, like that's
All right,
his name.
Before you tell me if telekinetic hits, I just remembered that I am also a martial combatant and I could just stride twice and attack once. Can I do that instead?
That is fine. I hadn't even looked over at the spell.
Okay. I move up behind the soon-to-be dying thing, presumably,
All right.
and I will just make a strike. This will be with a bonus 1 to roll.
Aha.
Oh,
That'll hit.
31, huh?
why didn't that one roll damage?
I don't know.
Great question.
There's one of the. I think it's like. I don't remember what the buttons is. There's one of the
Oh,
buttons
I
that
see.
only rolls the
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
one that rolls the full things.
We got
I see. So this is going to be a crit, so I'm just going to click the Roku Sword button, and
Mhm.
because I'm level 3, I get the actual deadly D8 to it.
Okay. Is that with the D8 in there already?
It
No.
does appear
Yeah,
to
yeah, it
be
looks like it's in
so.
there.
It's like
19 damage. As how do you end this kobold?
I just like. So what is he doing when I get up to him? Because he's like
He-
standing over Noctu.
At this point, he's like drawing his blade out of Noctu's side, like in the process of turning towards you, but not quite ready yet.
Yeah, I like come in with an undercut swing as he's pulling the blade out, just lopping his arm off and then swinging it across and decapitating him.
All right.
Oh.
And he drops lifeless to the ground.
another dead one.
That is everyone's actions, right?
Robert did a stride twice and attack.
Yep.
That's his whole 3 actions?
Stride, strike.
Also, you were
Uh,
definitely swinging to kill there.
Yes.
Noted.
Yeah, I was stopping Noctu from perishing, and was not risking the chance of saving one versus losing another.
Chief Greatshield is just going to put his head down and just shoulder rushes into you, Gerrit, trying to shove you backwards and make room to grab his shield.
Bring it on.
He attempts a shove. What is your fort save DC?
Fort save is 19.
All right. And he smashes into you, throwing you back 5 feet.
He did it.
Shit.
He then reaches down, grabbing his shield up off the ground once more with another action, and then pulling it tightly to himself as his third.
So does him picking it up count for equipping it?
Yes.
Okay.
He has equipped it, but he did not use the raise a shield action. That is his
Oh.
third action.
Oh, his third
It's just
action was to
holding the
equip it.
shield in your hand gives you no bonuses at all. You need to use the raise a shield action to actually do something with it.
Yeah. So he used shove, move, interact with object.
So let's see. So he steps up with the shove. You can
Yeah.
you can basically like move forward with a shove for free, and had to do that because Gerrit pulled his shield out from under him, so he had to throw Gerrit back to get to it.
Okay.
So shove with move, pick up, shield raise,
Okay.
and that is his turn. It is back to you guys. There are no other kobolds here fighting.
I am gonna smash this one in the face.
Oh, sorry, real quick, before it's back to you guys, I forgot to roll on Noctu's death save. You see Noctu down, badly wounded. He's like drifting in and out of consciousness, but he puts a hand over the cut. He holding it down tightly. He's likely not to bleed out in like battle scale time frame.
I am
Scar.
Smashing this
Remembered
boy.
his fight for his new leader.
That will hit, and he will shield block it, for he has recovered his
block.
shield. He takes 1 damage, as does his shield.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Have another
He
one.
then attempts to smash you.
That's fair.
Also, the shields, do they have like, how does their health mechanic work? Do they just like have a pool that just like goes down like anything else?
Yep.
They just have hit points. They basically have a hit point threshold and a broken threshold. And so, like, just throwing out numbers, if a shield has 20 health and a broken threshold of 10, it has 20 hit points, but as soon as it drops below 10, you can no longer use the shield. So shields rarely break completely unless it's like a massive single hit. They usually just get to the point where it's like, okay, this doesn't work. It'll need to be repaired. I can't use it in this fight, but it's still kind of a shield.
Gotcha.
Does it still give you an AC bonus?
No, it is just the shield just does not work, but it's not destroyed in terms of you don't need to go buy a new one.
Okay.
Your second follow-up, however, does get around his shield and rakes across his body for a critical hit of 14, though still not bringing him down.
This is totally fine. How's he looking right now?
He's definitely got wounds, but he doesn't look like he's near dropping either.
That's totally reasonable. I'm going to, for my last action, battle medicine.
All right,
That's
give it a
And-
roll.
I'm going to find...
Oh, actually, sorry, one quick moment.
What's up?
As you attempt the battle medicine,
Oh!
he is going to smack. Oh, he used his reaction already.
I,
Can't. Never mind.
I
Spoiler alert: he has attack of opportunity.
see him. I see him make a play for it, and I just reach in my bag and grab one of my like emergency syringes, and that is not a success.
No, it is not.
That
But
is.
you
How
avoided
do I
the
roll a
fail by
2?
1.
But it's okay. I think that. Yeah, that is the end of my turn.
What is your DC?
15
15.
for standard medicine.
Ah.
I just literally rolled a 2.
Ah,
On a 7 or higher, I crit succeed.
I see. You don't need much here. You just...
Do not roll a 2.
All right, who's next?
I called to Gerrit, like, do you want us to help out, or you still got
Attack
this?
right now, 5.
I'll come back and join the group.
I guess I just move over here and just like I'm just kind of waiting until he looks like he's really needs our help.
He has to show the strength to beat this man himself.
I move to the other side of Noctu and plant the sword on the ground. I just kind of wait.
King
I
Noctu
will.
is not gonna die. I don't use my potion on him.
I will be making devise a stratagem rolls for each one of my turns in case.
Just
I
in
need to do
case.
something.
This is
hit
how I
there.
would do it.
If I were to just slide in here and then
No. Hit that turtle shield. It's 2 all over the place. I can't hit him this turn.
Dude,
Nope.
turtle shield OP. Okay.
All right. His turn then. And he will attempt to smash into you, Gerrit, with the shield.
That's fine.
And he indeed does
Actually
so,
fine.
crushing you for 11 points of damage.
Still
Before
fine.
just following it up with another swing at you. However, that one badly misses, and he recovers, raising the shield in defense once more.
Okay. I am the knowledge that he has attack of opportunity. I think that's still totally fine. Yeah, I think I'm just going to swing at him for now. Or actually, no, it'd be way better for me to disarm him first, I feel like. I feel like that is much more viable. Unless I can't do it!
That will not succeed.
This is fine. I'm getting this dang shield out of here. That's a -5, though.
With a -5, you pass but do not crit pass.
That's fair. I think that I just keep going just for like matters of trying to get it off. So that's a 14.
Another pass, but does not crit pass.
Understandable.
What does 2 passes in a row do? Doesn't that successfully disarm him?
It stacks up the penalty to disarm him.
Oh.
He will have a -4 to attacks with this weapon on his next turn. Also, if like anyone else also tried to disarm him, you'd have a +4 to your disarm roll.
That
Mhm.
only
So you're-
lasts for 1 turn, right?
Yeah, you basically like you get increasingly more likely to get that crit success if you have a bunch of people trying to disarm, but they don't crit succeed, just normal succeed.
All right.
His turn.
Wait,
He is.
wait,
Oh.
I didn't go.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I see my moment.
You act.
I really want to.
He's clearly distracted. This is the moment.
Oh no, I'm just gonna let it go and be like, ah,
Listen,
I could have
no
taken him
one's
down right
around-
there.
No one's around to see if you were to just suspiciously trip him on the battlefield right now, other than him, and he'll be dead soon enough.
Very true.
I think to myself, like, he's got so many openings. There'll come another time.
Yeah, you're not facing the shield end though.
Understanding that he's needs to recover somewhat, he just goes for another shoulder check on you, trying to drop you prone. You have a 19 fort save
Yes.
DC, and that will pass as he drops you to the ground.
Oh,
and
strong
raises up
boy.
the shield, trying to crush you with it. He will have +2 for flat-footed and -4 for the disarm, so he will be net -2 on this.
Wait, also
And-
-5 for second attack?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then third action, raise the shield. Back to you.
All right.
And anyone else, should they wish to interject?
I
Just look back at Knock 2 and make sure he's hanging in there.
His eyes just sort of like flutter open and close slightly. He's alive. Not
Okay.
feeling good, but alive.
I first action stand up. And
As you stand, he goes to smash you with the shield. With an
Understand.
attack
He's done it.
opportunity. And strikes into you
yet
for 7 points of damage.
7 points.
He gives out another brutal yell.
Hack, buddy.
Everything's
How you
fine
doing?
here. Okay, I stand up. I have my little snaky friend feed me a couple of potions. By that I mean just grab them off of my belt for my second action, and then third action, I drink one of my elixirs.
All right, you heal for a d6 hit points.
Brain. I heal for 4, and
You're like anti-religion, right? Do you heal extra?
no, that's only on like the healing checks.
Surgery.
That's the thing that makes me crit instead of just regular succeed.
Okay.
And there's one more thing that I need to look at. Just to make sure. I think that my Revivifying Mutagen is an action? Yes, it is an action. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
He will go to smash you with the shield once more. I'm getting Steam launches, which is blocking my chat box. There we go. He misses and takes another swing.
He will not.
20 AC,
20 AC?
missing by 1
Let's go.
as he raises the shield.
Okay. This turn, I am going to use my Revivifying Mutagen first. That metabolizes my mutagen and heals me 1d6. And then I'm going to drink the potion, inflicting his opportunity attack.
He will bash at you unsuccessfully.
Let's go. He's crit failed a few times now.
Oh, only one on that. But that's fine. It was actually a total debate because this is the time that I'm just going to wreck him with this attack.
Also, as a quick question, what is your current AC now that you've used that?
Sorry. I used Mutagen Flashback, which is a free action to
Okay.
to re-up my mutagen.
Well, the mutagen's gone. Just kidding.
And he like comes back just in time and catches the shield as he thought he had an opening. And then we attack. Damn it!
Knock him. No.
Blocked by the shield.
How? How is it possible?
As he then will smash out at you once more, giving out another frustrated bellow at you recovering your wounds.
Oh no!
Crushing into you for 8 points of damage. And then another that you are able to dodge out of the way of. Then raises back the shield again.
Everything is fine here. I am gonna get him this time. Hey, that's a little better.
That will hit. He does block, absorbing 6 of the damage. So he takes 4, and the shield takes 4.
Okay. And
He's
then
beginning to look decently wounded.
we're continuing to wail in on him.
And blocked.
No!
Unable to land that one either. No interruptions. Quick check.
Nope, I've been rolling.
And smash. Smash!
Ah!
Oh!
And with his follow-up
Oh, this
swing,
might be the one. Roll low.
he can't roll that low.
Oh no!
He
Oh, he is
crushes the
pushed
shield
in.
down into Gerrit, knocking him down to the ground out cold. Before just turning to the rest of you, bringing the shield up in his
Crunch!
arms again. He yells out something in Draconic. It is
Heck
your
no. What the hell, man?
All
Anyone
right.
else want to take a go at this?
Sure.
All
I
right.
devised a stratagem, and it's a 2.
Oh no. Five is like, nah, I'm good.
Wait, are we doing 1v1s?
I mean,
I'll
potentially. I was gonna go feed a potion to Gerrit.
All right,
Okay.
I'll 1v1.
I'll move over here and then feed a potion to Gerrit.
What is your movement path?
All right. I can't undo. Why can't I undo? I can go here instead. I guess 5e works differently than Pathfinder, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you exit any square adjacent to him, that is an AOO.
Okay, so I was here. Isn't there like I thought you could press spacebar to kind of like plot a course.
You.
Oh, okay. Did you see that path?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That
Okay.
did not go in the square of next to him, but it was 35.
You are able
So
to do
move.
so.
He'll use potion. I guess I rolled for that, right?
Yep.
Boom!
He's awake.
Good morning.
Just barely.
I'd like to use my third action to help Gerrit to his feet.
That was all 3. Move,
Oh.
draw potion, feed potion. Right?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize this was 2
That puts me at wounded 1, right?
Yes, you are wounded 1.
Yeet. Is that
Alright.
automatic?
5s, you have stepped up, you've used a stratagem. That's 2 actions. And you got a feeling that he's gonna block it if you attack him.
Yeah.
Do anything with a third action.
I would like to take a defensive action. I can't remember all of them. Is there a defensive action that my character would know how to do?
If you had a shield, you could use that. If you were near cover, you could use that, but you're out in the radish field currently.
Intimidate him.
Wave.
Eat a radish.
him.
Hide behind wave. Take cover. I think. Do I have anything? No. I guess I'm good. I guess-
Vibes, are you wanting to 1v1 him right now?
I'm
As the
1v1.
interrogator of the group? Oh, okay.
All right. We'll leave you be to that then.
So, Kalat, you take no action?
I'm doing this because I know that I'm not the best fighter, and I feel like this would be good practice with generally low stakes.
Wave nods for that.
I will imbue telekinetic strike into my spell strike weapon, but that is all I do. And ray shield.
Do you have an actual shield, or are you casting shield? That's a
Casting
quick
shield.
question. All right.
I don't raise the shield. I'm not dumb.
I think if push comes to shove, I could probably pretty easy, or not easily, but relatively easily, rip his shield out of his hands, and then we could just pummel him to death if things go wrong. So
with his first action, seeing you step up to him, Fives, he is just going to ram the shield up against you.
Kidding.
I don't remember your AC off top of head. Quick
19.
reference. 19. Okay. Kalat has 205 AC. Did y'all know that?
Damn.
He's your tank.
Back earlier. Wait, no, mine shows 20.
I see. Oh, maybe I just didn't close and re-open since it was last edited.
Yeah, I caught that a while ago.
205 is pretty good at this level.
Very, very
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
All right, Fives. He smashes into you for 11 points of damage.
Oh.
He then gives out a loud laugh as he raises up the shield again, turning and smashing it against Gerrit's prone form.
Aye.
All right,
so much for 1v1s.
no more 1v1. Everybody in.
However, with you recently regaining consciousness, you're able to see it coming just in time to roll out of the way. He then pulls the shield up to himself, raised.
Slide off
It's
my
back on. It's
scales.
back on. 1v1's back on.
All right, I just
Your
realized.
turns.
In 1v1s, it makes no sense to waste an action on devise a stratagem. I'm going to attack anyway.
It's basically like a +2 to hit on your first swing at the cost of it using 2 actions.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Yeah, if you don't want to attack 3 times anyway, then it's pretty decent.
I mean, I'm
Which is
going
your
to
third
attack 3 times anyway.
That's fair.
You're
So
gonna
I'm-
double slice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
double
try
slice
and-
is 2 actions.
Pry the shield
Plus
off
a
of
third
him as
attack.
I am in shark stance.
Oh. Actually, devise a stratagem plus double slice is probably really strong.
It is.
Because getting a +2 on your first swing is probably better than taking your third swing at -10.
So I can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I can only hit twice, while I have the potential to hit 3 times.
Alright, wave flanks around him.
And that's my move action, and then I'm going to attempt to disarm him.
Give it a roll.
So here's my athletics, and then they have a -2 because they are flat-footed.
That will pass, but not crit pass.
Then I would like to do it again.
Alright.
So this -5.
Another pass.
Okay.
All right, I guess I will use devise a stratagem. Let's go.
Oh no.
He's got his shield primed.
Hold on. I'll back up my buddy. I'm still prone, right?
Correct.
What's the actual, like, it's flat-footed, so I would take like a -2 on just about anything.
You take a -2 to hit and -2 to your AC.
Okay. So now if I were trying to grapple the shield, it would also be a -2,
Correct.
and a total of -3 because I'm wounded.
Wounded doesn't apply any negatives. It's just if you get knocked out again, you start a stage closer to death.
This is totally fine. I'm grabbing the shield. anyway.
Yes, you are.
Regardless.
And you are able to reach up from the ground and just with your claw, like, hook around the top and just wrench it down to the ground as it drops.
I would
Wave shouts out to Gerrit, "Don't let go of it this time."
I would like
Whatever you
to
do."
I would like to wield the shield, please.
Do you have 2 free hands?
Yes.
All right, you are able to pick it up. It is heavy and encumbering.
That is okay.
You lose 5 move speed for holding it.
This is fine. Am I able to raise shield?
You are able to do so.
I raise the turtle shield.
Offensively in the way that he could, but you can still use it as a shield.
I do so.
I like to think when he went down to slam his shield on Gerrit, he pulled his handbags without the shield. It's like, what the fuck? Looks back and now the turtle shield is facing him.
All
Just
right.
like Shark Dance punch both of his hands so that they're like kind of hurting, and then Gerrit's like, yes, mine.
These are the benefits of not having basically a free hand at all times.
Yep.
Kalat, any action? And also 5s, I believe you have an action remaining if you wish to use it. Or 2 actions remaining, so
Yeah,
you
he's got
can
2 actions.
get something.
Yeah, I rolled, and it makes no sense to use double slice because it shouldn't work. So I will use.
Well,
So-
you can still use double slice. It's still better.
Mhm.
You'll miss the first one, but you won't be at a -5 penalty on your second
Yeah.
one.
Well,
Double
my-
strike will basically mean 1 auto miss and then 1 swing at full bonus with no penalty.
Yeah.
I thought it double slice takes 2 actions, so that would be my last 2 actions.
Yes.
Yeah, but it would basically like buy you a free attack, so you'd still have like a regular chance to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because if you were to not double slice and just strike twice, strike 1 misses because you roll a 4. You know that already. Strike 2 has a -5
okay.
to hit.
I got it.
But
Yeah.
if you double strike, it doesn't
Attack.
have the -5.
Get him.
You know.
And that will hit. He has no shield to block with and will take 4 damage.
Bonk.
Yeah, how you like them apples?
I feel like the one-on-one thing is kind of over. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I will move up. Well, I gotta determine.
Okay, no one's awake to witness it,
Yeah.
including our friend Noctu.
You already have a telekinetic strike.
Can I just recast over it?
You can.
Yeah, I think I can. Move, attack, and then I get the telekinetic strike, and still get an action to do something with. Or, yeah, actually, let's try that. I'm gonna move. What is intimidation based off of?
So it's just your intimidate skill check versus his will DC.
Intimidate skill check. This might not be me. This is not me. So I'm not gonna intimidate him actually.
Also, just as a reminder, he in this moment does not have a shield, so second attacks are more likely to hit than they normally would be.
True. Yeah, we're just gonna run up to him and attempt to do the multi-attack.
All right.
All right. So first will be this one. Bonus to roll is 1, but plus flanking, so it'll be 2 higher than this one.
That will hit him for 11 points of damage. He gives out a yowl.
The telekinetic projectile
Get him.
comes back.
That one, however, just glances off his tough scales. Much thicker than a normal kobold's, it seems.
And then the second attack
He's been getting into
with
my
an additional
sauce.
plus 2 to this number, also glancing.
That will not connect. Again, his tough scales absorb you.
And Tonky Kobold.
That's everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. He turns fury in his eyes as he looks at Gerrit. As he just shouts out, "Give back!" as he leaps at you, raking out with his claws to you on the ground.
Hack, what did he say?
You have +2 AC for raise shield, which cancels out your -2 AC for being prone. So you're basically
Hey.
just normal AC. He misses a swipe, and he swipes again.
Thank you, Kobold.
And he goes for a bite.
Oh,
However, with multi-attack penalty, that is a miss as well.
Yeah.
Those
Your
kobolds
turns.
rolled a lot of ones, but
Boom,
also
blocking
rolled
off the
more
shield.
20s than me.
Punch.
Roll it.
I have 5 character sheet open for some reason. All right.
Ives is not very good at punching, I'll let you know.
Punch.
Ouch.
That will hit. He has no shield. So that is, with the backstabber, that is 12 points of damage.
Yes.
He's looking heavily wounded, but not
Somebody else
quite
gets a punch.
teetering yet.
Who next?
Oh,
I will slash out. So what's the situation with this two-handed shield? Like, can I let go of one hand to attack and then still be holding it, or?
If you are going to use the raise a shield action, both of your hands need to just be on the shield. You cannot do anything else with it. If you're just wanting to hold it, it gives you no benefits, but you're holding it, so he can't take it without taking it from you.
Okay.
You only need one hand for that.
So, but
So-
can I do both of those like separately, right? Like, so can I like attack twice with my hag claw and then still grab back onto the shield to raise the shield?
No, you will need 2 hands on it for basically the entire turn.
Okay.
so he can't like free hand or free action, let go, make one slice, interact to two-hand it, and then raise shield.
If you use the action interact, I forget that is a separate action. I would say you could do that, but it will take an action just to interact action.
Okay. In which case I will swipe at him with my cold
That will
steel,
hit.
Shooting at him.
For 10.
and then I will. I think that I still do that instead of just getting up. I'll do the interact to grab back onto the shield and raise shield again.
All right. Who's next? He's still up.
Get him,
Seeking
Vibes.
I will
Barrowby.
devise a stratagem. Yeah.
That ain't
Plus
bad.
9 to 18.
Well, plus 2 for flanking. So
This is
Plus-
the time he wishes
plus
he
11.
has his shield.
I bet he
Alright.
does.
Your stratagem is successful as you see an opening.
And double slice. 1 attack.
Nice.
All right, so your stratagem attack hits for 8 damage.
Cool.
Disregarding your attack roll there.
my second
now make
attack.
another attack roll. 17 with plus 2 for flanking will hit, and with an extra 5 points of damage will be enough to send him into one last draconic fury as he lashes out at Gerrit again. Clawing.
I believe.
Clawing.
Oh no.
What is your current AC?
20? I'm not standing, so 20.
Oh, right. He will claw into you for
More than
more
one.
than 1 HP.
more than
More
one
than
HP.
one. Fair.
He then goes to bite Gerrit and deals an additional wound.
Additional wound.
As he just sort of collapses onto Gerrit. Gerrit is unconscious and dying 3.
Dying 4 is dead?
Correct.
Wait, I thought he started at dying 1, got hit, so he's dying 2.
Yes, but he
Okay.
was wounded before. If you are already wounded, you
Mhm.
start out at higher
Oh.
dying.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't think you started at dying. Okay, cool, got it.
And with that, the kobold just collapses on top of Gerrit's body.
Hack doesn't look so good.
He is dead.
Me in turtle.
Yeah, he's like lying across the shield, bloody claws stretched over it.
Okay, question. We have 2 people with healing potions. Is this a matter of like action economy that we need to math out here, or is like are we
You are
just
you are
in
able to
time?
do this.
Okay.
You've got it. We are out of initiative at this point. Combat is over.
Okay.
You just need to do that immediately, but you're able to do so.
Okay.
Or you could like see if he just stabilizes. Save yourself a healing potion.
So healing potions that he
Oh,
can
we
like just
actually
make.
all have healing potions still, so I'll go ahead and feed it to attack. No, I used mine on.
You
on
did.
hack.
You already used
Never
yours on
mind.
me, yeah.
I'm out. That's gotta be one of you
Ah,
two.
I will toss a coin to elixir of life.
Yeah.
Heal
Heal
me. The
me.
silver penny at the potion. That's all he's doing. He's just playing games with his potion.
I don't have the stats for it. What roll is it, Colin? I didn't
D6.
actually. 1d6? Okay.
Yeah.
It also gives resilience against poison and
Oh,
disease, but probably not relevant to the
I
moment.
almost just removed the healing potion from Vi's character sheet again. I need to stop opening that.
What are you doing in there, buddy?
I was checking to see about all his 10s for his stats, and I never closed it. Sorry.
I'm awake.
I
Alright,
now have
you are
no
now
elixirs of life.
wounded 2. If
Wounded
you go
too.
unconscious again, you start out at dying 3. Or
Understood.
if it is a crit, you are instantly dead.
I am like swinging around looking to see if there's anything that's still alive, and then it's kind of like fall back slightly more relaxed, like, hey, that was a fucking big ass shield, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're
Good.
not
I'm glad
done.
you're alive. Doc, Knock 2 needs your assistance. Come on,
Yeah.
snap to
Yeah.
it.
I reached
I'm
down to grab Hack's hand to lift him up to his feet.
I moved the
here.
shield off of Hack.
yep. I'm here.
You're able to get him up. Knock 2 lies unconscious.
I would.
Still just hand pressed over his wound. A very slow trickle of blood still bleeding.
I would like to heal my little buddy.
Great.
And
Are you battle medicining this, or are you taking 10 minutes to treat?
I mean, I suppose there's no harm in just like trying to do a quick battle medicine first, right?
What happens if you roll a 1? Do you injure?
If I roll a 1, it fucks up the same regardless.
Yeah.
And it doesn't remove the wounded condition, I guess, is the other. Because though he would have the wounded condition.
Yeah.
So I think I would just treat wounds in this case.
Okay. Give me a check.
Not a 1.
That
Not
is indeed
enough.
Not a 1.
Just barely not a 1.
Still unconscious. And you can try again in an hour on him. But
Yeah.
his wounds seem severe.
In the meantime, let
Wow.
me real quickly roll not a 1 on myself.
Okay.
What is this? Well, how have I rolled 3 2s on medicine checks in a row?
Ryan, I just wanted to let you know that you are absolutely cursed.
This is still Hack. Get Gerrit out.
Get get out of here,
I'm
man.
just watching Hack
putting
somehow find the
plywood in
toilet
there.
paper again and again. I'm like, Hack. No, seriously, I'm like,
That's where he
that's
hit
not-
it.
I promise I'm actually good at this,
like-
but I
like
just
I actively see him move the gauze aside. Wait,
After a little bit of time of calming down and Gerrit coming back to the surface with a rousing headache, is just like, what the fuck happened?
Hack wanted to 1v1 and lost, basically. And your follower is bleeding out, so you might want to.
Oh,
Fair, I think all of us wanted to see the fight to a certain degree.
Yeah, we
but I'm glad you're alive.
could have stepped in a little sooner.
that's fine. He does that sometimes. Usually doesn't lose that badly, though. Let's see if I can help this little fellow over the course of the next large amount of time. What is happening?
Hey, you did better than Hack.
I think we should take you to
A
see
doctor.
One of those, not doctors, no. I forget what you guys call them. The spirit talkers.
No, absolutely not. Under no circumstances. I promise these are completely manageable wounds, and I can handle them without selling my soul over to any such nonsense. See, look, I'll work on myself first, and that way we'll get this whole thing sorted.
Are you certain you are not cursed?
If I am,
Go ahead.
if I am, could I do this?
We're like 3 hours in now.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. I'm not quite following. What?
So this
who
is
and what are these rolls?
the first two were one for Noctu and the other one for me, and then this is the at the end of the next, like, we wait the 1 hour after I attempt those, and then I tried one for Noctu and then one for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna dial back a tiny bit because I missed that you were waiting an hour before that happened.
Oh yeah.
Though I will note that there are 2 other injured people here that you could be treating in that time, if you would want to.
Very true.
And I will let you use those rolls for that.
Yeah, that seems totally reasonable. So that would be
All right, guys,
all
roll
right.
off.
Yeah, you guys
Who
roll
gets-
off
who
to
gets
see who
healed
gets
first?
healed.
Roll off.
I
I
will
got a
drop
5.
the.
Oh, no.
Alright.
It's
Well, he
his
got your number of 5s. You have to give up.
I got
Why
two.
you roll a
You roll a
d4?
The game was
Roll it.
rigged from the start.
Roll a d4.
No.
One gave me a specification of what I had to roll.
I mean, listen, you can take the non-healing if you want. So
There we go.
there it is. So on my process with 5s, as things are getting kind of like a little bit sweaty because of the repeated blunders. So you heal. That's a crit success. Unless you've been receiving holy healing in the last 24 hours that I don't know about. Which is, so that's 2d8 by default, right?
2d8 is base.
Oh, so that's
48 on a crit.
I heal you for
It is.
4d8.
I grab all the kobolds and I put the unconscious ones on the left and the roped one on the left and all the dead ones on the right.
You were
Oh.
able to do so.
You know what I didn't consider?
What's that?
We do have a witness.
We do have a witness, yes.
I don't remember where you said you put this one.
He's on the left with the other
Okay.
unconscious ones.
Bury him in the bodies. So 5s, you heal for 21. That's got you go. Yeah, your max is 32. Cool.
Yay.
So about 45 minutes after the fight goes down,
Mhm.
you spot over to the west. They seem like rabbits. About 6 rabbits, though they're about 1.5 feet long each. Very large for rabbits.
Long boy.
And they begin just like slowly hopping over towards the radish patch. As they get close to you, one of them bears sharp fangs and hisses.
Thing that I need to
Did a
check.
documentary about rabbits like this once.
Does anyone have a holy hand grenade?
All right, nature boy, this is you. What's up?
Did you just?
Oh, at the end of the fight, I would have metabolized my last mutagen also.
Oh yeah, totally go for it. Anyone that is proficient in nature may give me a roll.
Buy myself a little bit. And also nature. Am I the only one proficient in nature?
Yes.
Is that
Oh,
just
no.
you? Okay. You recognize that these are indeed rabbits. It's not a distinct species or anything, but judging their unusual qualities, you can definitely tell that there is an influence on them. They seem to be fey-touched in a way.
Interesting. I pass this information on to my friends. Did we get anything from those fey creatures that we interacted with before? These might just be there's something wrong with these
Perhaps it's the touch of those gremlin creatures, or maybe just something as simple as feasting on these radishes. Who knows?
How are we approaching these hostile bunnies?
Staying the fuck away from them.
Are they you said that they were just like, were they going for the radishes or
They're like approaching the radish patch. They stop about 10 feet outside of it, looking at you, and start hissing.
yeah, I'm
We're in
fine
the
with
radish patch.
Yep.
Oh.
we're just in the middle of it currently. I'm fine with moving this show a little bit southward, presuming that's not where the bunnies came from.
They came
All
from the
enemies-
west.
All enemies come from the north, don't you know?
I move our unconscious ones out to away from the bunnies, so to the east.
Yeah.
So
I
Ask
go
for
down.
help to expedite this process.
you're able to drag them out east.
Yep, away from the rabbits.
I'm trying to see if they are upset at us being in the radish patch or just us in general.
Detective Fives on the job.
They as you begin backing off. So let's see. Fives, are you still in the radish patch, or are you just moving away, just in a different direction?
Oh, I was moving away. I thought we were all headed south. I thought we were moving them all south. Sorry.
That's what I said originally, but
The rabbits hop into the radish patch and just start sniffing around as they begin making their way over, not really seeming to pay you much mind anymore now that you're gone, before they make their way over towards one of the fallen kobold bodies, and it takes a large chunk out of it.
not here for the radishes.
The 6 bunnies then surround it and begin feasting, devouring it at a very rapid pace.
Well,
It seems that everything in this land is hostile to some degree. Even the wildlife. Or
I think
Whatever
back to the
it's on.
spiders that we encountered. Yep, wildlife seems pretty fucky too.
or the
I
wolf.
feel like this Fey
frogs.
touched business is kind of developing a trend. I think this might actually be indicative of a larger problem we're going to have to deal with.
Agreed.
I agree.
I don't know much
Um,
about how the Fae work, but I'm down with that plan.
Regardless, that just ain't natural.
I assume no one takes significant action in response to this. They do not engage you in any way.
Okay, no, we don't. We don't go threaten the wildlife.
They completely devour 2 of the kobolds and eat about an arm and some of the torso of a third before
Did
Hungry.
they leave the detached arm and head from one of the previous bodies? The one that was next to Noctu's patch.
They did not go for that, but it happened to not be the closest thing either. So you're
Fair
not
enough.
quite sure the reasoning. Though after they seem to be finished with their meal, they turn and head to the west in the direction they came.
I searched the turtle shell leader's body for anything that might be more valuable than kobold refuse.
Many things
One
in this
quick
world are
moment.
more valuable than kobold refuse, it turns out. A blade of grass stuck between his ears.
It turns out that the rabbits just ate the kobold treasurer. He was their accountant. All the gems are lost.
R.I.P.
All right, I need to go take a bio break.
This is a great opportunity for a 5-minute break.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, snack time. Snacks. It may be quite simple, but yeet. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeet. Hello, Frog God Gaming. Welcome to Pathfinder night. We are snacking. We got the Ami Namis. What are you doing tonight? You playing Tarkov or Warzone? I got Doritos and a Diet Coke, and I'm gonna have a Jolly Rancher here in a bit. Oh. Let's see if I have enough people back to change my scene. What is my scene? Oh no, I'm doubled. Boop. I can't believe how badly I've been rolling. Well, I can, Because I've never been able to roll well as a player.
La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-doo.
I think that I've fudged too many, like, death blows, and it's just cursed me for life where I can't roll well as a player for the rest of my life.
You are a function of this total galaxy. The real deep down you is the whole universe. And it's doing
Oh.
your living
Hello.
organism and all its behavior.
I was saying that I think that I've fudged too many, like, death blows during Curse of Strahd, and it cursed me for life to not be able to roll well as a player ever again.
Fair.
Doggy escape.
Yes, to go collect his coffee.
They watch the door.
Like hungry rabbits.
Hopefully not quite like that.
Oh. Alrighty.
Hello.
Howdy.
Okay, so, alongside a number of relatively low quality equipment on the other kobolds, not something that you would really expect to get value out of. There is, and I will just type up what exactly it is, the massive turtle shell.
Aha!
It is essentially an oversized tower shield with extra weight and penalties along with more hit points.
Oh. That's
Yeah, I
alright.
wasn't breaking through that anytime
It
soon.
has 8 bulk.
Oh,
Understandable. Have a
Kobold
nice
in a
day.
hash shell.
Additionally, in a small bag by its side, you find a small, roughly kobold palm-sized object. It's clearly like a silvery metal, looks like steel, but the tint is just slightly off. And it's got a small hinge. It looks like it's something you could just open up.
I open it.
As you open it, a gem lies inside. A pure pearly white gem about this big just floats out of it and begins slowly drifting upward.
I catch it.
Read aura.
You get a magical aura off of both the stone and what it came out of. And you are easily able to grab it and hold it in your hand. It doesn't like continue to float away while you're holding it. It just feels like a normal gem.
Interesting.
What school of magic?
Transmutation. And evocation on the thing it came out of.
Hey guys, that thing's magical.
Okay.
I have 2 questions before
Yes.
the magic stuff questions. One, does anyone have any potential use for the shield, or is it effectively not usable for anyone on the party? Does anyone want to use it actively?
I can't say that I do.
It's a bit big for my taste.
In fact, 8 bulk
Okay.
would mean that I am encumbered even at 18 strength and not carrying anything else.
Second question, if I were to work at it, could I break it into pieces?
With time, yes, you could shatter it.
My idea is to shatter the shield and take a shard from it, make a necklace to have Hack wear around. So that whenever we run into more kobolds, he can say, I killed, Turtle Man.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
think his
Chief
I'd-
Great Shield.
Chief Great Shield.
We could break it into
Great
multiple
turtle.
pieces and give one of the pieces to Noctu too, so he can be like our ambassador.
I agree. So I would like to work
what
on
if
that
we-
in our free time when we get space for it.
What if everybody in our clan, kingdom, tribe, whatever, carried around a necklace of turtle shell, turtle shell necklace?
I would like to, before we break it down, at least find its value. If it has no value, then sure. But if it's something that's actually respectable, then maybe we only chip away at it instead of completely dismantle it.
My understanding is it is literally just a giant turtle shell, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's something you might be able to get. Like it has value in terms of like it might look cool on someone's wall. Like someone might pay a couple gold pieces even for it,
Okay.
but it's not going to be anything beyond a decoration piece for anyone. It's clearly not a practical weapon. Though the kobolds
said
did
it.
manage it effectively.
Ask that to the guy who got
about to-
dismantled by it in a 1v1.
Yeah, I'm about to respec into two-handed shield.
Big carry thing, man. Okay. And once we kind of get like some free break time, I'll work on that.
It is something you're able to do. Like the shield is tough, but it's not tough in terms of I'm just going to dedicate any real amount of time to smashing an undefended shield that someone's not trying to reflect blows with.
Yeah,
You are able to
mechanically,
do
it would
so.
not take very many technically turns to do something like that, so I figured it would be that way.
So yeah,
I mean-
you can definitely do that.
You could save some time and just put a hole through the center of it and then put that in a necklace and have Hack wear that.
Yeah, alright, so the magic thing. This is not my area of expertise, so
While they're fiddling with their magic thing, I'm going to drink one of my Drake Heart. Actually, it's just a potion. And immediately metabolize the scales. And then once the time comes around, I'll start the second round of healing. I just wanted to make sure I was out of like any danger range.
Just as a quick note, so if you think of like attunement in 5e, in 2e there is an interact action, or there is a invest action is the word I was looking for, which is just like it takes an action. It takes seconds to do usually, which is basically the same thing of like connecting with the magic of an item. That doing so, like if it has an effect, it will give you that effect. If it is cursed, that is also the thing that will trigger a curse.
Right.
You're also not limited to 3. You're limited to 10.
Oh.
Okay.
listen, I've never gotten to experience like my party really interacting with cursed items in a way like that. I say fucking go for it.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like it can do? It's just a floating pearl is all we know about it so far?
Yep. It visually has no use.
Okay.
Can you unattune from non-cursed stuff whenever you want?
Yeah, it's like action to do so or something like that. It's trivial.
I like the idea of a troop of jugglers who all have magical flaming swords that they attune to by like tossing them between the group and like attuning and attacking and swapping and then
Yes.
What does the group do?
Five, do you want to invest or shall that be somebody else? You've collected every other piece of jewelry so far.
Yeah, but I don't want a cursed item.
I mean, everything has a chance of being cursed.
I mean, okay, put it this way. Shield Man, he was most likely invested in it. He did really good. Didn't seem cursed at all. Couldn't speak common worth a shit, but if that's the curse, then that's probably not that bad.
And he is also dead, lying on the ground. It was
Not from
eaten
his
by
item,
rabbits.
No, was he?
I think they all were eaten by rabbits.
He was not the one that was eaten.
Oh, it was only one of them?
It was
Okay.
like
These
2
two
and a
were
half.
eaten.
Okay. No, I'm going to pass on that. I am more of the investigative type, not the actual...
Investive type?
Yeah, investive.
I will investigate it by investing in it then.
Which? Or both?
Both. I'll start with the holder piece.
Okay. Double check something.
I'm definitely in the I'll take any advantage for the party that we want we can get, and we'll gladly invest into things, but I'm definitely not the first to reach my hand out for them. If
Agreed.
So as you invest in it, you feel nothing at all. No chains whatsoever in the holder.
I see. I put the item back in the holder and attempt again.
Open or close?
Close.
Okay. And are you still only investing in the holder?
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Okay. Then I will open it, catch the thing again, and invest in it.
Okay. It's in your hand, and you feel yourself attuned to it. But again, doesn't seem to do anything. You don't feel any different. You feel nothing at all.
Put it in the container and close it.
And as soon as it snaps shut, you just feel a little more energetic, a little more life in you. And you notice minor bruises on you slowly beginning to fade. You regenerate 1 hit point per minute.
Nice.
Additionally, you have resistance 1 against negative energy damage, as there seems to be just a positive energy flow coming from this around you.
Neat. I exclaim.
that is pretty neat.
Huh. Neat.
Question. Is this divine magic?
This is not.
Good.
Woo!
Hey, it doesn't seem divine.
That's
We're all
close.
good.
Also, I will let you know, the kobold regained a hit point as your battle went for longer than 10 rounds.
My splash damage, no!
One other thing in another small pouch of the kobold. You see 3 golden coins, 8 silvers, and 7 coppers, along with 2 silver stag's head figurines. They look identical to the kind you found on necklaces, though they are not attached to necklaces, and the stag's antlers aren't there. They seem broken off.
So 2 broken stag necklaces
Yes.
that I will add to my inventory.
And
You
it's
should
just
check
a
them and
pendant,
see
not
if
the
they're-
full necklace.
See if they're covered in like any kind of blood or anything. A
close investigation, you can see some definite blood on one, not on the other though.
Okay. What is the amount of currency that we just acquired?
I'll type it in.
Okay.
You said the broken stag necklaces was just the medallion with no antlers, no necklace?
Correct. And there are 2.
Yeah.
You're getting quite the collection of necklaces. How many are you at now?
We have 2 regular style stag necklaces and these 2 broken ones.
We could each take 9 silver pieces and then put 1 silver piece and 8 copper pieces into the currencies.
Sounds fine.
I will add 9 silver to my collection then.
The only denomination I don't have outside of platinum.
What'd you say it was, Robert?
We each get 9 silver pieces.
9. This is my first amount of currency.
You're rich.
Hmm?
And with that, the rest of the hour passes without incident. You are able to make another medicine check to attempt to heal Noctu and then
Yes.
the others.
I heal Noctu first. Not a 1.
It's not a 1!
Increased by 2 again!
You have doubled your roll.
What is happening? Okay, I tried to heal myself. There we go. I heal for 18. So at this point, I would decide I can spend the rest of the hour to double this number.
Correct.
I think I would do that because they're gonna have to wait for me to heal Noctu anyway. That way I can just heal myself up to full.
Nothing interrupts
agree.
you in your wait. You are able to wait the hour, and you are now full health.
And that removes
In the
both of my
meantime-
wounded statuses, right?
Yes, it does.
Sick.
Yes, Colin.
In the meantime, what are we gonna do about these kobolds? I think that's probably the last thing we should wrap up here.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is final scene.
We've got various kobolds that we've beaten to unconsciousness,
Mm-hmm.
their dead leader,
Mhm.
and one witness.
I think we could definitely try and recruit them to join us by saying, "Look what happened to your friends." You know, you got 1 or 2 of them were eaten by rabbits.
I think that
Gerrit should talk to the scout that's currently awake.
I think
and
that
see what he has to say.
despite even losing the 1v1, I think that this is probably a sufficient show of power, and potentially we can, if we don't just bring them all back to perhaps work at or station themselves out of Oleg's, we could have them continue their wandering ways and try to recruit other kobolds to the cause, I suppose.
And during this time, am I able to work at the shield? Right.
You are able to do so. Yeah, you can achieve your goal.
We'll have to probably take it back to Oleg's to get holes drilled for necklaces and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But
But yeah, you can get
I mean,
the pieces.
Little crafty.
Theoretically, since both Gerrit and I have crafters kits, couldn't we just feasibly do that out here?
Crafters training, you actually could do that. Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. That'd be
I lend my assistance towards that. Well, letting Gerrit figure out what it is that medicine means to him these days.
I'll
What it
probably
is that
strip out
dice
some
mean.
of my rope to like de-ropify and use those to make
Unwind
small
the rope.
necklaces for
How many do you make?
how many can I make?
Are you asking from a time frame period, or like how many could you make out of the shield?
Oh,
Time wise, especially if you're going to be either here for a while or bringing the shield with you for a bit, you'd be able to, over the course of a couple days worth of your downtime, even while still adventuring, make the rest of it into it. How big of pieces are we talking, I guess, is another question.
like smaller than fist size.
Oh,
Like
that's pretty
chunks
big.
like that big, kind of.
Yeah.
I was okay.
They
I
gotta
was
be. They
thinking
still
about
gotta
these,
be big
maybe
enough to be
more
like.
secretly, like, you know, secret society.
Oh yeah, maybe even like you know how turtle shells have those like hexagonal patterns on them?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like that sized.
Yeah, because they gotta still be like
Turns out there's a total of
recognizable.
6
Yeah.
Turns out there's a total of 6 hexagons on this shield.
There's a lot on there. Mapping out mentally how big that would be, you could get about 400 or so out of it.
Oh.
A big ass shield.
It's a big shield.
Yeah, there's definitely a part of me that would want 400 of these. Most of them sitting at Oleg's for future use. But I don't know that we need 400 of them now, so I would make enough now for what we need, and I would attempt to be breaking it in such a way that it would be prepped for that purpose. And
You
then
can do so.
I will carry the 8 bulk worth of extras in my back pack because I probably can do that.
I for sure would like to turn mine into a ring.
I might have to have some other people carry some of my rations, but
That's
I can help
fine.
you carry some of the turtle shield if you want.
Yeah, I have spare bulk to carry, I think.
okay.
I have-
Oh wait,
I don't. What's the difference between encumbered and max? Encumbered is when you're encumbered, which is slow
Encumbered gives you a penalty. You like lose move speed and take minus to something. I don't remember exactly. Then maximum is like you can't move. It's too heavy.
There you go.
How much move speed do I lose? Because I
think
am
it's
above
5.
normal.
I'm gonna double check.
Okay.
He could just become a normal person.
'Cause I could put all 8 in and.
You are clumsy 1, which is basically -1 to AC and anything that goes off of Dex, and
Okay.
take -10 to your speed.
Okay, so if I did that, since I'm just carrying everything in a sack, if we got into a fight, could I just drop the sack on the ground?
Yeah. Basically, you would have -1 AC in like if you are ambushed and shot at before you realize that there's even a fight happening. Outside of that, you can free action just drop.
Okay, I'll do that then. I can carry it all.
Nice. Well, I'm available enough for this part. We've got a little bit of time before I can continue working on Nook 2. I guess I swap over to speaking in Draconic for our little scout friend here. And kind of kneel back down, and I'm like, so I'm like noticeably a lot calmer than our first interactions that Hack was having. So you follow us now? Yes?
Okay.
Nook 2 is in charge.
Knock to friend.
Nook
Very
2
close.
friend.
Yes. He nods.
I look to the others and like, seems like this is gonna work out just fine.
I have an
Eyes in
idea.
relief.
Wait, hold on. Noctu's passed out, isn't it? How does this positive energy thing work? Like, do you stay invested if you're unconscious?
Yes. If
Okay,
you are
and
knocked
so-
out, you will wake up in a minute.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty good.
Assuming you don't die before then, that is.
True.
Fair.
But it's also not something I can just like put in Noctu's pocket and just pat and just wait 60 seconds for it to wake up.
It is an active effort on a mental scale to invest in an item. You cannot do
What
so
if-
while unconscious.
I mean-
what if he eats it?
We could speed up Nook 2's treatment process here as Gerrit summons his snake out from under his robe and just like reaches into its mouth and pulls out a glob of globby goo and starts like draining it into a
Right.
potion bottle.
Still disgusting. So I informed the party of what this thing does and that everybody can basically make use of it afterwards.
That's
Albeit
very
It
interesting.
would be slow, but it would help combat or offset some of the healing process.
Also, so I think my understanding of how that would work in a combat scenario, if you're fighting and you go down, you've got that thing attuned to you, then you make your normal death saving throws, nothing's really changed. If you succeed on your death saving throws, you're just like unconscious for X number of hours or whatever, however that works.
Mhm.
Then after a minute instead of hours, you'll gain the HP and go. But it won't stop you from like failing your death saves and just dying.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So if I take a hit, and then I like thus starting the healing process, and then I go down on turn 9. On turn 10, would I get that HP?
For tracking sanity, I am going to say that it does not apply on a round by round combat level.
Fair.
That's
Fair.
pretty good. Pretty good idea. It's for post-combat situations only.
Yeah.
So like if you are dropped, like the counter starts then though.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you manage to stabilize and you're down for 10 rounds while there's just other chaos going on.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good. Pretty useful.
I am going to wake up Noctu for our negotiations and strategizing here. So I feed him the potion that I just made. One of these guys with my quick alchemy.
All right, you are able to do so, and Robert, that is what you have.
A Wayfinder plus Aeon Stone is a pearly white spindle.
Also, the two of them together only use one of your investment slots.
Cool.
Does it count as a worn item?
You think so?
Okay. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it doesn't have bulk. It's just an L.
Correct. No bulk at all.
And heals. Hold on. Is a positive pebble
Positive Bebble.
pusher.
With your potion, however, Noctu opens his eyes groggily.
Hey there, little one.
Did we win?
We did win. We were just talking to the ones that were left, and I think that we've got some discussions to do. Turning back to everyone else, how are we wanting to do this? Do we want to have them stay about their nomadic ways and try to spread the good word, or?
I think for now that makes the most sense. Once we have some more established base out in what's the name of this place? Shattered
Stolen
Land?
Lands.
Stolen Lands.
I'm getting it mixed up with the book I'm reading. Stolen Lands. Maybe then we would have a home for them. But I don't know that disrupting their normal way of life would be wise.
Very fair.
I'm open to suggestions, though.
So, turning to Noctu and the scout boy, so I think what we should do is we're going to make what's the word? Going to make trophies out of the shield boy's shield.
Yeah! Noctu says excitedly.
You two.
Hack prove strength over Great Shield.
Absolutely. You, Noctu.
Chief Hack, even stronger than Sootscales. We fight
Soothscales.
Sootscales next, yes?
Who is Soothscales?
Oh no.
Land to south and east.
Ah.
Black skin, they hide.
More. I back in common. I'm like more kobolds apparently to the south and east. The Soothscales.
Oh, what? Like, not part of what we just did?
And I believe they're black skinned. These ones.
Oh. So, how much bigger is this clan? Is this it? Have we seen all there is to see for this clan, or are there a bunch of shields that we need to be handing out?
Back to Draconic, I'm basically just translating. Are there more of the Shield clan that we can bring over? Or even that you could talk to and bring word of us? I gesture to the the shield. Bring word and trophies to other kobolds.
Another 1620?
Do you, Noctu, think that you could lead those 1620 until we go attack the suit scales?
Yes, we will unite with Chief Hack.
Absolutely.
Hack clan.
Hack clan. Yep. That seems like a pretty good idea. The one thing that you will have to promise us is not attacking anyone along the roads. I'm not sure if you all had been up to that before, but
Suit scales do not travel to the roads. They are further south.
very good. So, Noctu, I'll give you a location where you can visit me and bring me word. The rest of you can continue to travel along, and we'll make some identifiers for Hack Clan.
Yes.
Are you translating everything he's saying back to us also,
Yeah,
or loosely?
yeah.
Really
I'm like,
here.
yeah. I'm doing the like half English, half Draconic thing that.
My first thought is that like he was very clear that he would not go attack the Soothscale clan, but he didn't quite seem to understand that you were meaning people and not other kobolds to attack. It might be worth clarifying in addition that
Also-
like no attacking human people.
Yes.
Should we
I
give Noctu like a bigger emblem to be like our missionary, like second in charge, or would that make him like appear as the second in charge, and thus the second in charge could be taken over by another stronger kobold?
I think we make him second in charge.
I personally like the idea of making Noctu the second in charge, and if he starts like getting sass, then I can potentially invest some time into turning him into God Alchemist Kobold to rule the other ones.
Yeah, I don't mind investing into this kobold situation, for sure. I know we've got some stuff to take care of in the general area first, so while he's gathering more of the clan hack together, we can maybe finish up on some of our other tasks, and then maybe follow up on this Soothscale combat thing. It would certainly be nice to have more allies in the area.
So yeah, I kind of give translating back and forth, give the rundown, also try to clarify not to attack like humans who are traveling along the road.
Yes. No need to fight big folk.
Perfect. So we are going to create some more of these. Noctu, we're going to leave them at our meeting place, and you can come pick them up so that you can give everyone the trophies, so that they also, you know who is who. And you collect the rest of the bronze-scaled ones, and then we will talk.
Yes.
This is so far a strangely good plan. I mean,
This is gonna work out fine.
I'm used to kobolds being a little harder to deal with than this.
This is going fine.
This is going
Everything
a little
is
too fine.
Fine. Get a
This is
supply
okay.
chain
This
of
is okay.
kobolds.
We're not about to start a gang war.
What do you mean start?
I mean,
we are the
but I
gang
think-
war.
I think we are, but I don't think that's currently a problem.
We're just like
we are warlords that just executed the head of one of the gangs, have become that gang, and already have ambition for taking over another gang.
we will unify the clans. I've always wanted to do this barbarian storyline. I'll live vicariously through Noctu.
Instead of selling drugs, we're gonna be peddling counterfeit potions.
I can make snake oil. I'll just teach Noctu how to make snake oil, and everything will be great.
All right, that seems like a pretty good wrap up to this.
Yep. That is where we will close today's session.
Cool.
We will meet again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Good job, everybody.
Good job.
Yup.
Time to 2.
Man, it's nice not having 20 move speed, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I bet.
I mean, you could just be 5s and think you have 20 move speed.
Hey, I haven't looked at my move speed in a long time.
That's fair.
Speaking of looking at character sheets, Brian, you want to just do a general pass over on 5's character sheet?
I will at some point.
These are the
Also, I'm
stats
gonna-
that the 2E builder gave me. I put it in exactly. And I can't update the actual
Sometimes
thing.
You need
the
to like click the gear cog to open up the edit menu.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just moving you back to the main map, so if you take a glance at it, you can see where you actually are between now and next session.
yes, perfect. Good progress.
Yeah,
And
we're doing the thing. Look how much land we've conquered already. Quote unquote conquered.
Yeah, that's like, what is that?
Okay.
Very roughly 2,200 square miles that you've explored.
That's
pretty
crazy.
impressive,
That's
honestly.
a lot of land.
How much is each hexagon in square
They,
mileage?
they are 12-mile hexes. I did not do the exact math, but it's like
all right, peace out. I'm ending stream. We're gonna raid Frog God Gaming. 'Cause he showed up earlier and said hi. Have a good night. Peace.